Hello.
Hello.
Welcome
Wombat.
back.
Hey, that was really close to making the timing there. That was close.
Welcome to our show.
Thanks, dude. Great having you.
Yeah.
We'll see about
Wombat.
that. But for now,
Well, forever short of topics. Wombat will.
I will just talk about stuff that nobody cares about.
That's not
No,
true.
Everybody cares about Wombat.
That's
Did you
not
advertise this, Gonky, so people knew that Wombat
No,
would be
dude.
here?
No, not at all. Yeah, it just says featuring Mover and Gonky on the thumbnail, which I guess is a lie. I apologize to
You're still the feature.
yeah.
I'm a nobody, man.
We're a bug, not a feature.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are the feature.
Wombat,
Hey,
you bought a new F-150. Tell me about it.
it's I think it's an XL model. What's the base?
Hey, hold on.
Is it
SXT.
SX?
Copyright.
No, that's actually pretty high.
Hold on. I need copyright. Can I post this picture that you sent me
I
today?
don't know. Is it
SXT
the
was
one
the
where I
work
don't have
truck.
pants on? Probably not. But
The white work truck, isn't it?
It's so shiny that I can't. I definitely would be able to see if you weren't wearing pants.
It's got the EcoBoost 4-banger.
It's a 2.7 liter, I think, but it's
That's
got 100
right.
horsepower.
That thing.
Where's it at?
What do you mean? Where's it at? You
I
don't
thought
see
you
that?
said I thought you said look at that thing. I don't see anything.
No,
What?
I see it.
Do you? All right.
Cocky, are you just, like? Are you having a stroke?
Donkey, open your eyes.
Try.
Does it smell like
Not-
toast?
Do you not see it?
I don't. Doug, do
seriously
you
not-
see it?
I can see a pickup truck, yes.
Wow, Doug. That's
Well-
feelings. I'm not gonna lie.
Raptor. Or it's a
Yeah.
Raptor.
I don't. See
Are you
it.
messing with us, Cocky? Or are you having a
Oh,
stroke?
dude, I just see.
Doug,
Recognize the signs and symptoms. Are we? Do we need to
He's
find you
having a
medical attention?
stroke.
I just see the three of us as normal.
That's well. First of all, that's where you're a lie because there's
Never
nothing normal about
Nothing
the three
normal.
of us.
Oh, this is gonna be a great show, dude.
It is. It is. Yeah. So that's the new whip, man. It was. Yeah. It's.
They're rare. They're very rare. When you told
They
me
are.
you were buying it, I was like, well, I want one now.
Yeah.
And
they're-
then I
you
went and
can't-
looked,
they're
and the
hard to
nearest
find.
one is Missouri, and I don't do business in Missouri for legal reasons.
And they probably wanted way over sticker price for it.
I didn't
whether-
get that far.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's things about that one that are even more rare. Doesn't have a
Right.
moonroof.
Like it was
which-
built on a Tuesday. Are you turning into a
Dude.
Corvette guy? It was
No,
built on
no,
a
no, no.
Tuesday when
No. It doesn't have a moonroof. That's probably the big thing. And I didn't want a moonroof. It's
Tell us what is a moonroof.
the
It would be
same
similar
thing
to a
as
sunroof, I
But at
imagine.
night.
But it,
Like-
that's what it's like. So does it have both the sun and a moonroof?
Can
This
you
is-
really
Mine
not
has
see this?
neither. Mine,
Dude, I
mine has
can't.
a
There it
roof.
is. You guys are
Mine has
messing
a
with me,
roof.
dude.
No,
100%.
we were not. Dude, look at that. Does the hood shake? Does that little shaker thing shake?
It doesn't. It's just a vent. It's not a shaker.
Not a shaker?
It's not like the old Trans Am Gonky that.
What was it? The
Gonky-
old Mustangs that had the shaker in the hood?
Well, yeah. This doesn't. There's no shaker. It's just a
Donkey's
vent.
hood shakes just because it's old,
Yeah.
It's the large cam.
poorly attached.
My whole truck shakes.
That's
So
a good
yeah,
looking, man. I like the color.
it's
Dude, it's got a little Ford emblem right there at the top of the windshield, like you're running the Craftsman Truck Series.
it does. Yeah. Well, it's basically a
NASCAR.
race truck.
That's awesome, dude.
So
How fast will it go?
I think it's governed at
On a closed course.
119 miles an hour.
Tires, dude.
Yeah, it's based on the tires.
The tires,
So-
man. Those
which
are,
I'm sure they're pretty cheap. They're only 37-inch tires.
yeah.
37-inch dubs on it now.
So, but I like the color. It's a very dark blue mover. You
I love
got
it.
your pick on that.
Yeah. Great color.
Very big.
Yeah,
fan
it's really good color. It looks black sometimes, and
of that. The first picture you sent me was it on a trailer, and I'm like, oh, typical Ford.
About it.
Warranty work.
Yeah,
It
But,
made it 300 miles home, and that was
I-
it.
I'll be honest, man. Like I love the Porsche, and I'm not getting rid of the Porsche, but I miss that supercharged V8 American muscle.
You don't miss it anymore. You have it.
Well, I do. So, you know, yeah, it's stupid. Like, you can't drive it without laughing because it's just dumb. Like, there's nobody. Like,
Is that an exhaust leak?
it might be, and you know what? If it is,
Once it
so
warms
be
up,
it,
it'll
man.
seal right up.
So be it. I have a neighbor who was like, "You should just put the money in Berkshire Hathaway," and I was like,
Or
I'm like, I'm fine. Like, he's like, in 10 years you'll be able to buy 3 trucks. I was like, who knows if I'll even be here in 10 years? So
You could have bought like
years.
2 shares of Berkshire Hathaway.
I know. So
Those shares can't do smoky burnouts, though. Let's be honest.
that's true. That's
nor
true.
can they be awesome. It's not Americana.
My son loves it. He laughs every time I step on the gas. My daughter thinks it's the most beautiful blue.
That's all
She's
matters.
correct.
And luckily my wife has
My
long since
wife.
stopped caring about what I do vehicle wise. So she's like, whatever. It's you know. But anyway, it's dumb. Anybody who tells you they need a 720 horsepower F-150 is a liar.
Is American? Yes.
It's American. The interesting thing, though, apparently the value's already gone up on it because there's an aluminum shortage that happened at the plant that makes them.
We call it aluminium.
Sorry,
In honor of
we
our
do not,
because we're about to struggle with the pronunciation of an aircraft here in a minute, so we're trying to branch out on all pronunciations because
But yeah,
Gonky's going to want to pronounce it Texas style.
nice.
And
I just got it back from the detailer from Glass Life, and I may or may not have slid a couple TR Matson books in there because he's bringing Cletus's ZR1 down this week.
I invited
nice,
Cletus
dude.
to the channel.
Dude, if I ever talk to him, I'll try to get him on. I think he'd be a great addition, but he's at least going to know my books now. So I don't know. We'll see. I told him I told Colin, who's the guy at Glass Life, I was like, dude, I've taught people how to land on boats, and Cletus wants to land a plane on a pontoon boat. Like, who on the internet is better suited to help him do that safely? I can't think of a better LSO on the internet. I really can't. And that's the humble opinion.
You're going to take like some ping pong paddles and
Yeah, 100% I would. Are you kidding me? Like,
I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, dude. You're the best LS. Dude, I'm the greatest pilot on the internet. I mean, in real life,
Mhm.
maybe not, but
prove it, right?
you
Fact
are
check.
not the
Show me
greatest
where it's
pilot
written.
on the internet. We've proven that in DCS.
That's not real piloting.
That's internet
Yeah.
piloting, my friend.
That's my
Yeah,
case,
well,
Mover.
nothing on the internet is real.
mean,
so.
Mover.
So yeah, if anybody
What?
has any suggestions on what to do to the truck,
Well, obviously
send me a
NOS.
message. Yeah, I don't think it needs it.
Drive it.
You can put a Whipple on it. I don't want to do that.
Doesn't it already have a supercharger?
It does, but I guess that's one of the big mods people do is they put a Whipple.
Like Larby's got it right. Mover is the greatest pilot on the internet. Sorry.
I love how just what I find funny about the way you guys do the show now, which super chats, is like, we will not talk about any comments whatsoever unless you pay at least 99 cents or it's a compliment to Mover. And he's scrolling the chat the whole
Twitch.
time.
That was on Twitch. Look, Hawkeye cheered.
I don't
Mover,
know
would you pull over Wombat in that truck?
if he
It
could
depends.
catch me.
Did he violate?
I don't violate
Come
the law.
on, dude. You can't outrun a radio or a helicopter.
Dude, it's the
Or-
tires,
First
man.
of all, I've seen a lot of the helicopters. Helicopters can't outrun helicopters.
Hey,
sometimes. So,
Wombat, just drive into the wind.
dude, just
his ground speed will be like 60.
like, no.
That's right. Just drive into the wind, dude.
That's
it's just
Like, I'm
crazy.
trying. I'm giving it full grunt.
We're doing 170 indicated. It doesn't matter.
Oh gosh, that's
awesome.
awesome.
That's good.
11
That's
minutes
good.
in, and we're
Bullying the helicopter pilots as
Helicopter
usual.
hate.
Actually, you know what? I'm on board with that. Wombat, you missed the drama.
Tell us, Mover, what's been going on?
Yeah, what's been going on? I never miss drama. I love it.
Look, now I got beef with Army pilots because they watch my helicopter videos and they're like, "You wouldn't have passed a check ride back in Vietnam," and it's like, just enjoy the video, Boomer. Do we really? As this like, come on, man.
Wait,
you know?
what? Hold on, back
Yeah.
up, because I'm going to make fun of some boomer now. So I want to make sure I got the facts right. Not that they ever do, but explain. So they watched your helicopter video and said that you wouldn't pass.
No. So I had some external shots of us at the training facility doing auto rotations and emergency procedure training, since it was only my first time really flying that helicopter.
Sure. Is
under
this the
training.
little bird or the other one?
Yeah, the
Which
little,
one are we
little
talking?
H6,
Little bird?
no H6, the Looch.
I think so. But continue.
And like the comments, like the vitriol in the comments, like, you know, these old dudes were like, you wouldn't have passed a check ride in Vietnam. Don't slide it that far. You know, meanwhile, I'm into the MD 500 factory instructor who's with me, who's a very awesome instructor. And then there was another one where I had this really cool screenshot of like me flying solo for the first time in this thing, and I was flying formation off of the OH-58.
Yeah, I saw that. Look, cool.
And I was like, flying formation is fun. And these are younger dudes. They're like, that's not formation, you know. And I'm like,
what is formation?
Beg to differ. And then of course they use that as an excuse, like, I flew, you know, CH-47s and I know what formation is. And you know, it's like, nobody's ever really said that the Army's good at anything. So
no, let's not.
like of all the times, I've never been in a meeting and been like, you know what, let's do it like the Army.
What I guess I don't understand is
we don't do things Army enough.
Yeah.
You know, like even flying, it's like, oh, look how that helicopter flies. They're pretty good at, like, no, the Air Force even does it different because they're like, nah.
I guess at its core, and I think what you're saying is funny, but at its core, like, let's first of all, you wouldn't pass a check ride in Vietnam. That's because you probably wouldn't be very proficient at flying no heading time turns NDBs, which is what the boomers were doing back then.
I don't think they.
So he's probably
right.
Helicopter. Probably not. The point is, like, okay, fine. Secondly, with my limited knowledge of heliflopter flying, why, like, define to me formation? Because, like, dude, in the Hornet, we would do radar trail formation. We weren't even in sight. We were on radar. So formation is anything that there's two things or more in the.
I was in Iraq at 85 miles from my flight lead and considered a formation. So I'm not 100% sure.
I think in helicopter speak, it's zip code. You know, if you're in the same zip code.
No, it's based on.
But he
rotor
was
discs.
in the picture.
They were rotor discs, and then of course they don't understand the fisheye lens of a 360-degree camera, all that stuff, which boomers never do, right? Like, you go to the old fighter pilots Facebook group, and they'll like,
I
you
love
post
that
a GoPro
picture,
worst
and they're flyover ever. I'm like,
yeah. Well, we're going to do that too, so don't shit on that, because that's
I know which one
we're
you're
old
going to
too.
talk about. I know what you're going to talk about.
Actually, are we?
I saw
today?
you post about it.
No, we're not. We're not. That's the Army one. That's the Army one. No, I'm not going to do that. They were 10 seconds late. No, we're actually going to talk about
formation though.
Not really. They were kind of like gaggled. Like you had the Chinook, and then you had like offset spacing, you know, because nobody knew really how close to get to the Chinook. And then when they flew over, one Apache's like
possible would be my guess.
Yeah.
Those things.
Anyway, that's enough of that. We already.
I could have been
about this last week.
It could have been that I was just in awe of the amazing school they were flying over, and what a great institution.
The Aggies with their cheermen.
They're yell leaders, first of all. All right, and don't be bitter.
Were you a yell leader, dude?
No.
Were you like, hook 'em, Aggies?
Why?
Or whatever you guys say? I don't know.
None of that's correct. You're just bitter because your love child coach got fired the day after we played you. That's all.
That did us a favor, actually.
So why are you being mean to me when I did you a favor? All right.
Kind. Although I'm a Tulane fan, and they're the best school in the state right now, which is sad.
Okay.
Which is really, really bad this year. We don't talk. We don't talk football. Anyway, your yell leaders. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
There isn't anything wrong with
There's this one video of the yell leader that I keep sharing to you, and it makes you so mad, and I love it.
It doesn't make me mad.
Like every time you're like, why are you sending me this? I'm like, because it's so, it's just something about it. Hey, Gonky, how you been, man?
I'm good. It's pretty entertaining watching you guys.
How's your knee doing? Because mine is killing me now.
Every 3 months, I got to get a oil change and a shot in it. So I just had it done a week ago. It actually felt pretty good, but it's still jacked, dude. No, it's been good, man. Just getting ready for for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
This week we got family coming, and then just doing the dad thing. My son blew up his KX65 this weekend at the track.
Just
so
like his dad. Just like his dad.
No, because
It's
dad
amazing.
pays for his own parts. I
Yeah.
know when to let off the gas, but so he blew it
Did
up.
you let off the gas when you broke the drive shaft in Oklahoma on the old
I tried
IROC?
to. The wheel hop
No.
was too quick for me.
So he's on
Do
like
you know who
his
didn't
full
let off the
trickle
gas
Villanark?
on that?
Yeah.
Is me when I nuked the Coyote driving back and you cried like a girl. So,
I
but
didn't-
anyway,
you-
that was not me.
I didn't. You were the one crying, dude.
Nope.
Anyways, no. So my son, he grenaded his first motor, and it was funny because he was walking around telling all his friends. I mean, he was so proud of that. And I'm like, dude,
Yeah, because
like,
he's
I'm
that's
taking this out
closest
of your
he's going to
lunch.
get to be his old man right there.
Taking this out of your lunch.
This is why Gonky never finds escape velocity.
Correct.
The
Correct.
gravitational pull just keeps bringing him right back.
It's like, kid, you just cost me $500. I'm like, how do I tell your mother this?
You don't. You don't.
Cheaper
just-
to keep her.
Yeah,
She
you
is a
don't.
keeper. No, that's
So-
it, dude. Just doing a dad thing and having.
How do you do it?
Dude, so it's a combination of two things. I can't blame him completely because like every time we
Oh.
go now, he's at that age where he's rapidly getting better. And I just put the manual clutch in it. And so he's doing all kinds of advanced stuff like he's never done. So he's riding the bike way hard. So I had just last week, I ordered a new piston top end kit for it, thinking it's about time. He's riding it pretty hard. And it showed up the day he blew the engine up. So I
So
think
all he's doing is ops testing
Yeah,
the.
time to rebuild
I
it
need-
anyway.
I needed to tighten my maintenance schedule up since he's getting much better. But I mean, it's the second piston I put in it. But he rides it pretty hard for a 7-year-old. It's pretty wild. It's just amazing to watch kids in general. Even my daughter, she's just around the house, the things she says, and it's just anybody who has kids knows, man. The learning curve is just crazy for everything. But yeah,
Cool.
that's it. Just another day in the life of a dad, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we figured out why this channel the names don't show up, but my channel it does?
No, sir. No.
Well, BS Hoke or
Thank
B
you.
Shoke, surprise bonus guest. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a cool
That's
kind of
a
race
cool
car.
picture. Yeah,
Yeah.
That is a cool picture.
that is awesome.
He comes back here in a second. You'll get to
Yeah,
Colonel
no-
Olds himself from
Yes,
the
sir.
beyond. Nice
Legend.
truck, Wombat. What inspired the buy?
I have no idea, to be honest. I think because I finally got it for the price I wanted. It was
'Cause
one of
had
those
shocks.
yeah, it does have. I will say, like every manufacturer, and Gonky, you and I have talked about this, but like every truck manufacturer has their weak point, right? I mean, everyone.
Mhm.
And Ford's is their shocks. Like their shocks
Mm.
on every F-150 are garbage, right up until this one. And then
Are these the magnetic ones that adjust
they're
to the
the
road?
Fox
depending?
3.1, like
Fox 3.
dual- Yeah, so they are like, dude, they're unbelievable for the
But do
size
they,
of the truck.
they change? Like, hey, today
They-
I want to be in old man mode, and I put it in the soft.
Oh yeah, yeah.
side.
You could do it on the fly. You can change just the suspension or the engine mapping or the steering I mean, dude, and there's actually an R button on the dash so you can program how you want to just hit it. Yeah, I haven't done that yet.
Pirate mode.
So
When you want to be a swashbuckling corsair.
Perfect.
Warhorse says, oh, nope, don't put him in timeout. Mopar, well, maybe you should. Mopar or no car. Give me a Mint 69 Charger with the 440.
Yes.
yeah. Oh, that'd
I
be
agree.
great.
Hell yeah, Warhorse. That's
They're just
awesome.
not Stellantis. Because
Valid.
they're just not the same anymore. Durzeros says that truck requires truck nuts.
Mm.
You need truck nuts, dude. Order
I
them
don't
right now.
know if I do.
Think you do.
But
We didn't see the back. You may already have them installed in the pilot parking lot. Your truck nuts are.
The little 8 mils.
yeah.
It's
That's
perfect. Kids, don't try this at home.
No.
No.
Stupid magnet.
Wow,
Hey,
thank
it's
you.
us. And he's got a helmet.
Yeah.
Good evening, Mover, Gonky, and Wombat.
Thanks, man.
Heat seeking. I feel like it's staring at me. Tell those haters they can make the Boomer and Cranky show.
Don't tell them that because they will. They already do. Go to any other YouTube channel where the guy's nearing retirement or just retired and they're just angry about everything. So
Hey now.
Look at that.
B
There you
Show
go.
says, I'm just gonna say farmers fight and get what does that mean?
you wouldn't understand.
What's
You
a gig 'em?
wouldn't
Oh,
You
Is
wouldn't
it-
understand.
It's like your
Um,
gig line.
Wombat
To keep it
School.
straight.
One of the chants.
Is that one of the yell
One of the
leader
traditions.
dances?
Traditions. They're not chants.
Farmers fight.
See, you've gotten
Yeah.
your school beat by us before.
LSUE has no football team, sir. Not my school. Right, Douglas?
We have a 8-time national championship baseball team.
That's right.
That's good.
Lady,
That's
lady
good.
I think it's
baseball.
8. Might be 9 now. No, it's guys.
awesome.
Oh, manly baseball.
There you go.
How you doing, Doug? You still over there?
Reports are still coming in.
Okay, good. We'll talk more about you. Wait, we did a whole interview with Doug last
Yeah.
Wednesday. Check it
It was
out on the
my
Life with Mover
show.
channel.
Oh, that's
On
awesome.
your show. He's
Was-
taking over.
Doug show.
The Doug show. Jeez. Thomas, what's your problem, Kazansky? The Three Amigos. Mover, how's Luna Girl doing? She's awesome. She's not here right now. I don't know where she is. $250 for Scooby Snacks, $250 for Gonky's engine fund. You're gonna need a lot more than that.
Mhm.
Perfect. Every little bit helps. I will not complain. Thank you.
Yeah. You ready to be serious about stuff?
I guess.
Yeah, it's very sad. All right, so it's been a rough week in aviation, as those of you.
feel like we've been saying that a
every
lot.
week. Yeah, I was gonna
I
say.
like-
I feel like it's just what I say now. It's been a rough week in aviation.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No bueno.
All right, so standard ROE applies. I will do my best. We try not to show the actual death of anybody when we can avoid it because it's dramatic and they're real people. When we complain about other people showing it, we don't want to be those guys. So we will talk about this as respectfully as we can, and I guess talk about our thoughts. First off, our thoughts are with the family of the aviator. Something that happened at the Dubai Air Show, and do we have the air show pilot's name? He's a wing commander.
Yeah.
Everything I have is old. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah, dude. If
It's
I mean-
Namanch Sayal, Wing Commander Namanch Sayal.
How do you say that?
Namanshsyal. Namanch Sayal, as close as I can get.
sounds
Okay.
right to me.
Yeah, I apologize for that. I should have had that up. But we're going to watch the video of the Tejas and the demo at the Dubai Air Show that led to the death of that pilot. Do you hear that?
Yep.
Very clear picture. This is from WL10 1971 channel.
Such a cool plane.
Up to this
Yeah.
point, there's a side by side. It looks identical to their other, like up to here, everything looks like it's just
Normal.
verbatim.
Right.
And I mean, it's not a bad looking airplane.
No.
It's India's indigenously produced aircraft. It actually started development back in the 80s, the early 80s.
You could kind of see that a little. Like it has. that
Yeah,
old
it looks
school-
very similar to a Mirage.
Yep.
But they were, at the time, I think they were looking to replace the MiG-21, which they still fly today, right? They still have the
Yeah.
Bison.
I think so. Yeah. They just upgraded it.
So it's had its own share of stuff. But here we go. Here's where the mishap's about to happen. So you're doing that. That's a high G maneuver, and then the roll. Everything looks good at this point. Another high G maneuver in burner, unload. Still looking good. And here we can see we're at very, very low altitude.
Yep.
Nose comes up. It's like a point roll. Kind of over rotates a little bit into that. And then continues the roll.
He does a push right there. See that?
Yeah. And where he continues the roll is where he's going to hit the ground. So, Gonky, you are our demo guy. Is there anything you want to see, or do you want to just talk? You want me to back it up at all?
Not really, man. I've studied several different angles of this. Like you said, man, it's tragic. I mean, Dubai Air Show, a little bit different than air shows like in the States. You know, I think they're there to maybe sell airplanes.
Yeah.
Right. Promote, Indian aerospace. Like you said, they've had the Tejas for a while. And I agree with Wombat's a good looking airplane. Watching that video, there's two things that came to mind. And I think we talked about this last week a little bit, Mover, about like going from negative G to positive G. Like that's really,
I was gonna say the push pull, right?
Yeah, that gets you. I remember even Wombat when we were flying T-37s, high G onset. And I remember we got a lot of talking to about how like that airplane had the highest like G-lock on episodes in the entire Air Force. And it's just a trainer. And they warned against going from negative to positive. And I've done that to myself a couple times. And so like you said, Mover, he comes in for that last pass, low altitude. He's doing knife edge, like photo op pass basically. And it looks like he's trying to hold it. And he does a big, at least from the perspective I can see, he does a big push with the nose. And then if you played the one side by side, like you said, it's supposed to go, he basically just does an aileron roll, doesn't lose any altitude and continues. But this time here, he did basically a loaded roll. And he didn't have enough to scoop it out. The two things is, when he put the G back on the airplane, I wonder if he momentarily started to gray out or black out, and which caused him not to execute the roll properly. And then, flying in it's hard to say because I don't know that airport, but desert, right? Same color, like haze on the horizon. There might have been a little bit of disorientation just caused by the landscape and just flying around the Middle East. I don't know if you remember Wombat.
Oh, dude. Well, Fallon would be that way too.
Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah. It's kind of slightly featureless desert terrain.
Plus it's hot.
Sky.
So you get the thermals and stuff that get weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
At that altitude, it doesn't take much.
Well, no, that's just it. So, if I wonder if he blacked out a little bit, didn't execute the aileron roll correctly, and then
scoop it and
misjudged. Yeah, it's hard to tell, man. I mean, I don't like to speculate. I'm speculating a little bit, but sadly, we've seen this time and again. Unfortunately, we're going to see it again in the future. I know, just the nature of flying high performance fast jets low to the ground. There's just no like we all learned doing low level stuff like mission cross check time. There's just not a lot of time to recover from a mistake. So the guy made a mistake probably, and he just didn't have the time which means altitude to recover. But those two things stand out to me, man. The terrain, maybe featureless terrain had an effect. And then the push pull is a big one for from a body, a G tolerance.
Did you do anything in the Rhino? You were just Rhino demo, right?
Yeah.
Did you do any push pull stuff with that, or was it all positive?
No. Actually, dude, a lot of the push pull stuff I did was in BFM, to believe it or not.
Yeah. So, and the only reason because I see people in the comments are like, no, it's not G-lock. You didn't have enough G on it, blah, blah. I will tell you my own personal story, and Gonky, you could tell the viewers whether I'm BSing or not, but the time that I was in Fallon and almost had a midair into a near miss to almost tying the record for lowest flight, It was an unload to miss the other aircraft, followed by a face full of dirt, full G pull. And I'll tell you, the one thing I walked away with, other than I should have pulled the paddle switch, which I don't know why anybody doesn't, but I didn't because I didn't want to get in trouble, is when you unload like that, I felt myself graying out way lower on the G coming back than would normally happen if I was positive the whole time. Like it like that still sits with me as something, how many years later, that negative to then positive, which I know like somebody like Mace or somebody smart could really talk about it because I know they live in that world. But it really was eye-opening to me. Like, dude, I was graying out probably like at 2 or 3 Gs. It wasn't much, you know, whereas normally, like, I don't even think about that. You know what I mean? So that negative really does make a difference.
Yeah, and you know, I'm not saying he blacked out, and I'm sure Mover.
No, I don't think so either. It's
as well as like, you know, moment. You know, when I talk about push, is pushing the stick forward to keep the nice knife edge pass going. So it's a photo op basically.
sure.
You know, all the blood rushes to your head. You're not anti-G straining. You're light in the seat, and then boom, he puts G back on the airplane, which is the pull. Now the blood rushes out of your head, and you don't have to. Like there's stages of how G's affect the body, right? And everyone's a little bit different. So, I mean, I many times, you know, I've lost vision, and you know, like I can't remember which eye goes first.
That's funny,
right? Camera one shuts down first, you know. But
you're just squinting. You're like, I got it. I'm still got him. Yeah.
But all of the, you know, I'm still conscious. I mean, I've been conscious before, but I can't see because I'm under G and I didn't get on my G strain hard enough. So I relaxed the sticks. So there's, you know, he could have been compromised by G forces is what I'm saying. I don't think he was unconscious because the pull looked, he was wings level and pulling. But I mean, again, you know, that's pure speculation. It's sad. That had to happen. I guess the third thing is I am a little bit curious. I don't know how they do things in India, but it's very odd to have a very senior person doing. I think it's odd to have like a wing commander. I don't know. Mover in the Air Force, do wing commanders do air shows?
What is wing commander though?
Well, that's true.
Commander is what you're thinking it is.
That's true.
I don't think that rank is what that's probably like an 03, 04. I don't think that's.
Yeah, that would somebody inside would have to explain that because that could mean anything.
I don't think it's the context you're thinking of. I don't think it's like a literal wing commander.
It's not the
not
decorated gold everywhere with
I don't think it's that.
And it could be, but I'd be surprised. So
just
because most of the time those dudes are older and that's rough.
I only bring that up because pretty sure the Hornet crash from the 80s there where he scooped it out too low and pancaked it, he survived. I can't remember the pilot's name, but he was very senior, and I remember one of the things that came out of that was he didn't have a lot. Senior guys don't fly as much, right? So
it goes wow. Well, they got a whole thing. So it goes non-commissioned, junior commissioned, which is warrant officer, master warrant officer, then commissioned. So that's not them. Commissioned, flying officer, flying lieutenant, squadron lieutenant, wing commander. So he's like a 04. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean, that's the equivalent of a lieutenant colonel in the Indian Army. So I think he's a lieutenant colonel type.
That's not possible.
Remember, the Su-57 demo pilot is 63 years old and doesn't wear a G-suit.
But he's civilian, though. Like that civilian's...
He's a Sukhoi guy.
Right. Yeah. That's a little different. And
I'm just saying physiologically.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I guess I'm talking more from the thought crossed my mind. It's like, you know, maybe he didn't have a lot of recency of experience. He's like, man, I want to do the Dubai Air Show. You know, I'm a wing commander. I'm going to do it again.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what I think. I mean, Wombat, what do you think, man?
I mean, again, my knowledge of this type of flying is really limited to me doing dumb stuff around the aircraft carrier and then trying to save my butt when I screw up maneuvers and Fallon. So I just remember very vividly, you know, the push-pull. And that's without talking to you guys beforehand. When he did that maneuver, I'm like, that looks like he's unloading to keep it. And that's, I mean, immediately I was like, I got to ask Gonky about that. It's sad either way. I don't know if we're going to talk about it. It's probably more, I don't want to say political or what you would even classify it as, but the things I didn't watch the video prior to now. The main thing I heard is that there was a lot of controversy with how the air show handled it post crash. And if there's any validity to that, I can't say enough bad things about the people that made that decision, because to me, you have these people come and whether you're going there because it's like an air show in the States where we're trying to recruit and build morale and esprit de corps and, you know, the next generation of pilots and all that, or you're going to sell airplanes, or a combination, which is my guess of this is a combination of both. When an aviator dies tragically like that, I don't care whose fault it is, it's still tragic, and it's time to take a pause. And I think the people, if this truly is, and fact check me on it, because again, you know me, I show up unannounced and unprepared. That's how I've done it my whole life. And but from what I've heard is that they basically took a pause and then started the air show again. And the only thing I can think about is this guy's ground crew and all those people that are just walking out of this air show while rock music's playing in the background and planes are flipping around and they're minus their leader. Like I'm like, somebody explain to me how that's right, you know, but I don't.
Mover, what do you think, man?
Well, a couple things. Yeah, I see what you're talking about, the push-pull stuff. I've talked about that. I mean, we had the Cajun mishap with the Thunderbirds. That's probably the most famous one, which was a full G-lock, right? G-induced loss of consciousness. We talked about, I've had the Gripen demo pilot, Andre, on my channel, because they do a monster, like he goes like -3 Gs and then 9 Gs, like back to back, like it push to pull. It is dangerous. Obviously, I don't think there's G-lock involved here, just because the aircraft is under control the whole time. To me, it looks like he is in the knife edge and he's got a little bit of bank that he didn't want, and he's pushing, and then when he rolls, it's loaded. And that loaded roll, the nose gets buried.
Spirals it, yeah.
You know, the loaded roll, as it comes around, it's just it's buried and it's too low. Instead of 10 degrees, it's 20. You know, and you talked about it. We call it the time to die chart. When you're at certain altitudes, you can't get your nose that low when you're inverted because there's no way to recover. And like you talked about, Gonky, it should have been more of an aileron roll, which, as we know as aviators, right, the quickest way to roll is to unload and take the lift off the wings with the ailerons. If you're talking with rudder, you're loaded. But if you're talking ailerons, unload, roll, especially with the delta wing. So it looks like he's under control the whole time. I have seen in social media, there's always this quick rush to blame everything. They talked about engine issues. I don't see an engine issue here. Like I don't see an engine issue at play there, because they talked about they had video of the oil leaking prior to this demo, which, as any maintainer will tell you, if it's leaking, it's got some in it. It's when it stops leaking that you've got a problem. So I don't think it's like a quality of the aircraft build. Now, with that said, could it have been mechanical? Yes. Could it have been a flight control issue? Sure. We don't know. I mean, could it not have given him the performance that he expected and some kind of issue, which is why it was loaded, which is, yes, there absolutely could have been some kind of mechanical thing. And I think that's what the investigators will look at, is what, if they can, I mean, if any of this was recoverable, right? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was I don't know what they're able to get out of the crash site, but if you look at the control inputs, find out why it was loaded, a loaded roll, what was the actual response of the aircraft versus what was the position of the stick, to know that if there was a flight control issue or something like that, or even a G-lock, A-lock situation, like you talked about, Gonky, A-lock is almost, right? It's not full. It's not G-induced loss of consciousness. And there are levels of that where, let's say I'm inverted and I'm looking at my numbers and I'm looking at where the flight path marker, the velocity vector needs to be, and I lose that vision. I lose my peripheral vision because that's what goes first. You start to gray out, and it gets that soda straw effect. That's a situational awareness loss.
Mhm.
So it could have been a very precise maneuver, like you talked about, where, I'm getting the light loss a little bit, but to me, that also doesn't check, because I think at his level, he's an experienced fighter pilot, and he loads the roll, unless the instinct was, I know I'm close to the ground. I have to keep back pressure to get out of this. Where you're just not thinking correctly, because most people would think I'm losing light, I'm going to unload.
Yeah.
Which actually would have helped the situation, because an unloaded roll with I don't discount the idea that there was some level of disorientation. Obviously, that's what happened. But to me, that's the things you have to look at, is what caused the dishing out of the nose, because that nose gets way buried compared to where, on other demos it was. To your point, Wombat, about the show must go on, I think the Air Force demo pilot made a Facebook post, which
doesn't
good on
surprise
him.
me.
Good on him, first of all, because that's a gutsy move for a captain that's of the demo team to be making public posts about events. But as an officer, good on him for doing that. I agree. They should have done a safety stand down. And we're going to talk about safety stand downs here in the next segment about, the UPS MD-11 crash. When something goes wrong, it's time to just take a beat, take a pause. Nobody's in the right headspace. I remember talking to an airline crew that watched the the Cuban crash. They were number one for takeoff, and they watched the crash out of Havana, and they watched it just happen in front of them. And I was like, did you really we kept going. We didn't want to get stuck in Havana, because at the time, it's kind of you don't want to get stuck in Havana. It's a turn only. There's no overnight. But you start to think, it's like, would you be in the mental headspace after seeing something like that to keep flying? You just watched a human being die. And for me, thoughts and prayers are with the Indian Air Force, the Indian people, the family of Wing Commander Naman. I think it's Namansh Sayal is his name. I'm sorry for butchering that. But he had a wife that was also military. So I know she's probably hurting right now, and it's awful. I don't know.
Yeah. Stinks, man.
Yeah. I think, to kind of tie a bow on that point of the safety stand downs, dude, we've all been in combat, Mover, you've been deployed, Gonky and I have been on the ship, where mishaps happen. And even out there's a time when, hey, sometimes the show does have to go on if it's combat. There's people on the ground, they need your support. You go, and we used to have those discussions in Gonky. I'm sure you did in the ready room too, where it's like, dude, that's the ultimate gut check. You better be able to compartmentalize or be a man or woman enough to stand up and go, I can't do this flight. And I've seen both happen. And nobody lost face on either one, right? Because as a squadron, we came together, we made it work. But this isn't that. An air show is not that, right? And so that's where, to me, this is a no-brainer, and I think good on the F-16 demo pilot for that. I didn't know that. And, my hat's off to you, sir, because I agree. That's a gutsy move, right? I mean, that really is to in today's geopolitical world to say something like that. Well, but I don't understand.
You'd be doing the demo over the wreckage. There's
exactly.
no way not to look down and see it.
And I know, I know, Gonky, what you're thinking about and what this brings memories to with you. And it was the 122 crash where a certain leader was like, hey, go do your sims. I know you don't want to fly. I mean, so there's people out there that when there's smoldering wreckage just will never get it. A lot of those people aren't pilots. But
I forgot about that, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's
and I remember we were in Fallon, and I knew you were one of the demo pilots and was worried about you. And I remember coming back from Fallon 2 weeks later and still seeing they plowed into a field. It doesn't just go away. And And even 2 weeks later in the break, I looked down and was like, I mean, so this stuff affects people. And I guess the question I would have to the people that made the decision is, okay, somebody just mortared, right? How are you going to justify your actions to continue the air show when the next act goes up and does the same thing because they're not in the headspace? Like, that's the litmus test to me. Like if this happens a second time on the same day because people are not in the right headspace, can you look yourself in the mirror and go, no, that was a good decision? And the answer is no, unless you're motivated by all the wrong things. Like, I don't get it. So,
well, the pump your brakes, like Mover's saying, just so everybody can check themselves, because as soon as it happens, nobody really knows what caused it, right? So you don't want it to happen again. So hey, was it to have something to do with the sequence of the show, the air boss, is there somebody out there with a laser pointer?
Birds.
Birds, yeah, like
bad fuel. I mean,
there's birds in that video we just watched. There's a whole flock of them,
Yeah, it's so every single person that's involved with that show, it's like, hey, we just had a fatality. We're gonna stand down. Everybody check yourself. I need a thumbs up from everybody. Like, what's going on? And then, once they get their head wrapped around, okay, it's probably just, a tragic accident isolated to, that actual show.
Gonky.
Yeah.
Just occurred to me. I said birds, and it made me think of this. Do you recall?
Oh, yeah.
The Spanish Hornet?
Yeah.
Do you know how close these two, I mean,
they're very similar. I was thinking that too, the way it scooped.
How close they are to look identical. I mean,
but
avoiding something, avoiding a bird. I mean, like,
the only difference could be what's the controllability of. I'm not familiar with that plane compared to a Hornet. I am,
or just the parameters. I mean, we're talking a game of inches. One makes it out and one doesn't, just based on where they were. So we don't have any of that data. They didn't have any of that data. They don't know what was going on. They don't, obviously you can't talk to the pilot and be like, hey, what happened? Oh yeah, well, I was avoiding X, Y, and Z. Not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying, like, it's not even, the fire's not even out. The fire department's still working, and you're got, jet noise above you.
Launch jets.
Yeah.
It's there's no excuse for that. Like, I don't know. Prayers to the family.
100%. 100%.
It's a shame. I hope we learn. Just like every incident, I hope we can learn something from it. That's the only way. It's not for nothing. So.
Too many this year. Too many.
Dude, it's been ridiculous.
This has been far too much. Before we get to the next one, because it's just same thing. Griff says, Wombat, suggestion for Raptor mod would be a bed cover here in Pennsylvania. Didn't you get a bed cover?
There's
the
one.
Lovely general public will treat your bed like a trash can. If not,
that's awesome. There's the bed cover sitting in my garage to be put on tomorrow morning. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Lucky Dad says, shout out to my grandpa Malcolm in heaven, my son's namesake, Fort B-17 upper turret gunner. Wow. Shot down on his last mission, second tour, filling in as a waist gunner, subsequent POW, retires in E9.
Wow.
Dude, that's
incredible.
Wow. Yeah, wow. Those dudes, I mean, just the greatest generation. And Wombat, I started this just for you.
Oh boy.
I'm very late and just started watching the start, but can I just say I love Wombat? Just make this show the Mover Gonky and Wombat show.
We try about every week.
They do. They really do.
He's
it's just
unexpensive, prom, dude. He's the hot girl at prom. It's very tough to get a date.
That's right.
Alex says, what's up, Alex?
Hey, Alex.
Hi. Happy Thanksgiving. So sad to see it crash. Prayers for the pilots, family. Wombat, nice truck. Need to call it Darth Vader.
Love it.
Nice.
That's awesome. Thanks, Alex. Holly Movie Star says, do fighter pilots suffer from hernias due to AGSM?
I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of that either. Not saying it's not possible.
If you popped a hernia, like, I gotta say your anti-G strain is not good.
Not correct.
Hemorrhoids? I've heard of hemorrhoids.
I've heard of hemorrhoids, and there's G measles. We've heard of those.
Geezels.
Yeah.
You guys don't know about Geezels. You pull 7 Gs. What do you know about Geezels?
Oh, 8, dude. It'll let you have 8.
It'll let you have 8.
That's not sustained.
Well, no.
You're not 9 Gs at 5,000 feet.
No, but we're also not reclined 69 degrees either, dude.
Oh my God. Gonky,
here I am in my F-16.
I don't know why I'll
No.
have future neck
The
problems.
seat is back there, but your neck is up here.
Yeah,
Oh,
That's
exactly.
why all of our
Yeah.
necks are back.
Okay.
Yeah, such a great design. Such a
Yeah,
great
it's
design.
the neck breaker.
Oh,
Wish you could have the opportunity, Gonky.
with your little stick on the side with the pressure.
Lemon says, I heard that our F-16
Yeah.
demo team canceled their flights due to the
Sure.
crash.
Sorry,
Yeah, that's
I
what
was
we're talking
behind
about.
on all this. Again, no preparation. Too much stuff going on.
Spearhead Global says, to me, looks like fly-by-wire angle of attack failure.
Is that a fly-by-wire angle of attack aircraft?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean that's
Is that I don't know what that means, a failure, though. What would fail?
Yeah. I
like
mean,
if
he was
the
pulling
AOA
alpha,
went bad? Yeah, he was. Yeah, I don't know.
but that's a function of low airspeed, max performing. I mean, the whole,
I don't know.
yeah.
All right. Here's the next one. Gonky, you want to do this one?
I don't even know what it is,
If it
dude.
involves reading it. Usually I have to do
No,
it.
don't make me read it. I'll be like,
All right. So I did this on my channel. So I'm going to hit the highlights. Hold on. We'll change this so that Wombat can be seen.
That's fine.
So the UPS preliminary report came out for the Louisville, Kentucky MD-11 crash from November 4th. And remember that date because it's going to be significant later as we discuss. So basically the NTSB went out there, they recovered everything, and it was basically uneventful taxi and takeoff until rotation. They have this surveillance video of the airplane showing the #1 engine and pylon separating from the wing shortly after rotation with a fire igniting on the left engine while it traversed above the fuselage and subsequently impacted the ground. A fire ignited near the area of the left pylon attached to the wing, which continued until ground impact. So there you can see it's starting to come apart. Frame 1, this is rotation. So as most airline pilots or just anybody that's a fan of aviation would know, you usually get V1, which is your decision speed. And then that's the point where you should have already decided. So if you haven't decided to stop, you're going to go. And now they're at rotation and they're lifting off. And at the worst possible moment, the engine goes up over the wing. And then due to the rotation, it rotates over the center line, which appears to affect the #2 engine, which they're numbered 1, 2, 3, left to right. And
Just so people know, because I don't know either, not to interrupt, is 2
it's
the
a center,
tail? Or
it's the tail.
the
1, 2,
2's the
3.
tail. Okay.
In
Sorry.
order,
Sorry.
left to right,
Okay.
as I said.
Sorry.
It climbed, but did not get higher than about 30 feet AGL, according to radio altitude data from the FDR. It cleared the blast support or blast fence beyond runway 17 right. Main landing gear impacted the roof of a UPS Supply Chain Solutions warehouse at the southern edge of the airport. And then it impacted a storage yard, 2 additional buildings, petroleum recycling facility consumed by fire. The wreckage then continued 3,000 feet south-southeast. You can see this here, very hard to look at. And that's the direction of the travel. They made this using Google Earth. The witness said that it never got higher than the tower, which the tower is 200 feet AGL. It stopped climbing and began to lose altitude with a slight left roll. The captain was very experienced, 8,613 hours. He was the pilot monitoring. The first officer had 9,200 hours. He was the pilot flying. So the actual person that was manipulating the controls was the FO in the right seat. The relief officer was sitting in the jump seat because it was a flight that required a relief officer, a third pilot, because they swap out for crew rest. And he was one of the most senior people in the whole company, and I believe top of the MD-11 list with 15,250 hours, of which 8,775 were in the accident airplane make and model. They recovered the FDR and CVRs. So that'll be something. They were running the GE engines and recovered that as well. And they found that the, so here's the explanation of how they're connected. I'm not going to go through that. They are connected via pylon. That's what it's supposed to look like. But they found that the left engine, including its left pylon, and its forward and aft mounts. Fragments of an engine fan blades and separated pieces from the left engine were found on and adjacent to runway 17 right. Cover portions were transferred to a secure hangar for further examination. Both lugs, the forward and aft, were found fractured near their 2 o'clock position and 9 o'clock position. And basically, it just fractured. I mean, it came apart. The right engine was still connected. The center engine was obviously still connected. They do not talk about the status of the number 2 engine, which I'm not sure why. But my assumption, based on the pictures, is it was not operating appropriately. You can see a compressor stall in the video that we were talking about last time. They went and looked at the fractures, and that's what it ended up finding. So it definitely had an issue. It was coming up on a special detail inspection of the left pylon at 29,200 cycles, and then the others, clevis support at 28,000 cycles, but it only had 21,000 cycles, and the aircraft itself had 90-something thousand hours on it. As a result, November 7th, Boeing UPS at the recommendation of Boeing. So remember, this happened November 4th. That's a Tuesday. 3 days later is when they finally grounded the fleet. And then the emergency airworthiness directive was issued on November 8th. It grounded everybody else. So then the second day before, other operators like FedEx and such actually lost their ability to fly the aircraft. And then later on the 14th, they said, guess what? The DC-10s are as well. Obviously, there was a similar event, American Flight 191, with the DC-10, where the engine separated. That took out the slat, which there's a lockout now to keep that from happening again. It was a beautiful VMC day, clear skies, calm-ish wind, 6 knots, and that is the report. Gentlemen, your thoughts?
Go ahead, Wombat. You're the guest.
No, it's a lot.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's well, I mean, clearly they have high quality footage of the entire takeoff sequence video, which it's sad, but it's good in the sense that they'll be able to quickly pinpoint what the issue is. I mean, you bring up some good points, Mover, with the whole sequence of events of like basically grounding the tri-jets. So the engine and pylon came off, but now the big question, at least in my mind, is what caused those cracks? Was it fatigue? Was it something with maintenance? I don't know. I just did the quick math. That airplane spent 10.5 years in the air. So I mean, it's a lot of flying. I have no idea. Like, are those airplanes designed to last 92? I don't know. Like, what's the airframe design life? Are we getting close to that? Or is it a design issue that is now just starting to rear its ugly face? But you see that sequence of what happened to those guys. We talked about it a couple weeks ago when it first happened, and it's just like, dude, it's more than engine failure, right? That engine, that structural failure. It's not really an engine failure. Structural failure happened at the most critical time in any flight. And it is odd they don't talk about the engine and the tail number 2 mover, because like you're saying, if it only got to 30 feet, I mean, with 2 engines going full bore, like
remember, it wasn't max gross takeoff weight, so it was pretty heavy.
It is heavy, man. But with 2 engines, it's relatively sea level there. It's a nice day.
Yeah,
like
no,
you
it's
said.
designed. I mean, the design. I mean, obviously, if it couldn't, those are the numbers, right? You need to be able to take off. So you're right.
Yeah. So the fact that it didn't get higher than 30 feet, which is, man, I mean, it's at the lower end of ground effect. It's almost just continuing to roll, across the ground, really. Tells me that there is something like really, really wrong. I went back and looked at a couple pictures after we did the show when it happened, and you see the full Buddha rudder like the whole way. So, gosh, just the timing of that structural failure, I think probably loss of 2 2 engines. I mean, it's just the story just keeps getting sadder and sadder, and I'm you know, it hurts my heart a little bit to anticipate what we're actually going to find, what caused that structural failure, you know. And just lucky that, you know, the stand down of the tri-jet fleet has hopefully prevented, you know, maybe another one of these from happening. But Wombat, what do you think, man?
Yeah, it's just sad, but it goes to what I said a couple weeks ago about how it doesn't, coming from me, it means nothing. But if I could talk to every family member affected by this, like your husband, your father, your whoever these people were to you, were doing it right. I mean, they had the experience. You could see it in their hours. And you could see it in the pictures, at least from a pilot standpoint, like they were doing everything they could. I mean, that's and likely, I think, and I will speculate on this, I think their actions saved more lives by, you know, what they were trying to, they were fighting to keep that plane airborne. That was their goal. That means nothing, again, coming from me to them, but it's sad. You know, there's sometimes in life it's just your time, and unfortunately it was, you know. But they never gave up. I had one person email me, and remember, I didn't even tell you this, but they emailed me and they were like, I watched what you said, and it's you don't know if they gave up. And I'm like, I wrote the guy back and I was like, I'm gonna not even ask if you're a pilot because I know you're not based on your email. They didn't give up. I promise you, all the way in. They did not give up. They were flying that plane to impact, just from the pictures I've seen. And it's a small consolation prize, obviously, but it just sucks, man.
Mover?
Yeah, I did a deep dive on this on my channel. I also brought up a question, which is why did they not ground the aircraft?
Oh, immediately.
Immediately.
Yeah.
You have a engine with a pylon that is sitting on the runway. You knew that immediately. These pictures may or may not have been available immediately, but at least you knew the engine was there. And I got quite a few responses from people in this profession that are like, you're the first person to bring this up, and we absolutely agree. And it's been handled at the worst possible way. You know, when something like this happens, companies have an opportunity to show leadership and unity. And when they choose not to do that, it's very disappointing. When they choose to stick to their corporate, I don't want to say ineptitude, but it almost is. You know, when they stick to the, well, hey guys, you know, the sorting's still going to happen on schedule. You know, it's like, well, wait a minute. We're a company that just lost 3 great aviators, 3 men with families. And, you know, it's like, well, we're sad we lost the airplane, and, you know, that that flight was canceled, but the show must go on. Because you think about this, you're an MD-11 pilot,
Right.
and
Dude,
something just happened, and you see the news where there's an engine laying on the runway, which is not supposed to happen, right? We can understand fire. We can understand bird strikes. We can understand a lot of stuff, but an engine physically separating from an aircraft causing a catastrophic crash, that raises eyebrows. And the company response is not, hey guys, we're looking into this. If you don't feel comfortable flying, you know, take a stand down. I think that rubs people the wrong way. And then across the pond, across on the other side of this is the other operators of the MD-11 who aren't necessarily, they're waiting and are like, okay, well, is this going to affect us too? Now I get it. I brought this up, and a lot of people that I think don't fly were like, well, you know, they're waiting for the FAA. And it's like, sometimes you have to do what's right, regardless of the FAA or the company, or sorry, the government or all that stuff. Leadership in today's world seems to be getting harder and harder because nobody wants to make the tough decisions. They want to be told, they want to be forced, because they don't want to affect their personal metrics. you know, hey, if I shut down this operation, maybe I won't be able to, you know, get that bonus or whatever, versus, hey guys, I've heard you. I see what you're saying loud and clear. We just lost 3 aviators. Let's take a pause. Let's take a beat. And until we know more, we're just going to stop. We're just going to stop. Everybody else, you know, talk to your chief pilot. If you don't want to fly, that's fine. I don't get the feeling that happened. I don't know. I'm not there. I don't work for that company. You know, these are my opinions only, but
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, a lot of people ask this question, Wombat, because you brought it up about them doing all the thing. They said, well, they're not heroes. They didn't do this. And I'm the fact, because a lot of people, and not maliciously, are asking, well, hey, if they'd have brought the gear up, would it have worked? They never got to that point.
Yeah, it wasn't even, there was no positive rate call.
Right.
Ever. At 30 feet, you're not positive rate yet. You're in a normal flight at 30 feet, you don't call positive rate.
They're doing an escape.
Certainly, exactly. Yeah.
The pilot monitoring is going 30. Come on, man. You know, get to V2. Like,
he's calling out rudders. He's calling out everything. Yeah.
To your point, the image we showed last time is the clearest picture of them doing everything they possibly can, which led to possibly less loss of life on the ground, which was full boot of rudder, nose is where it's supposed to be, wings are mostly level. You can't ask. That's as textbook as it gets.
Yeah, you bring up 2 things, man. Like, I learned in aerodynamics that, I mean, if you're at 30 feet, dude, and you go to bring the gear up, you're actually increasing drag on the airplane.
Yeah, because the gear doors.
Well, the doors and the actual motion. I cannot remember what the type of drag is called, but you actually increase the drag on the airplane. So that would be if you're just skimming at 30 feet, that's something you want to do. And then second, you guys, you bring up a good point. I mean, can you imagine if like you and I are MD-11 pilots for this company, and like we're on the schedule the next day and they haven't grounded the planes yet, and so we have this conversation of, so the engine and pylon just fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? And will this one stay on? You know, like,
well, and that's the thing, man. You guys are way more diplomatic, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to be right now, because I've heard people make comments and they said, oh, well, UPS did proactively ground the fleet prior to the FAA. And I'm like, BS, dude. There are certain things that are cut and dry. Okay. In my mind. And I'm not saying I'm the greatest leader in the world. I'm just saying I've seen a lot of bad things, and this is how Wombat would do it if Wombat was in that position. Step 1, if it's a Dubai air show, the air show's shut down. Period. That's not a gray area. It's shut down. Step 2, if I walk out of my executive office and I just lost one of the biggest planes we have in one of the most tragic and quite frankly, visible incidents in aviation since 9/11. Right. I mean, think about, like, I mean, with technology and everything, we have more high resolution of this than we did anything that happened then. I am immediately grounding all of that aircraft when I see an engine on the runway, because I've seen lots of crash footage. I've seen lots of aftermaths of crash. You don't find whole engines sitting somewhere. So as a leader, that's the time to go pause right here. MD-11s, we're done. We're going to park them for a second. We have other aircraft. We're going to mix the schedule up. We're going to take a hit, but I would rather take a small hit that potentially saves something else than not, and go, you know what, keep flying them. And then again, just like I asked in the previous segment, how are you going to look yourself in the mirror the next day or that night if you're in charge of the Dubai Air Show and another incident happens right after? Well, if you're an executive or whoever's making the decisions at this company, and somewhere else another MD-11 takes off and the same thing happens, you see my point? Like, that's your litmus test, right? Your litmus test is, do I feel so good about this that I'm willing to look myself in the mirror with the thought that it can happen again on the next takeoff? And frankly, that's some of the worst leadership. Don't give me it was 3 days is a lifetime in aviation, a lifetime. And I don't care that they grounded them before the FAA. They knew the preliminary.
Well, they grounded them after Boeing. They waited for Boeing to say that, though. See, that
Well,
was
and
the thing.
that's-
Wasn't there?
and
Oh,
that's the
hey, we're
thing,
just
like-
doing this. It's Boeing.
Yeah, and that's some. Yeah, exactly. They had to. It's such, dude. It's just.
Yeah.
It's anti-leadership, is what it is. It's dude. Be a damn leader. Teach some of that. Like stand up for something. You know what? If you lose your cushy pension or you lose your bonus, guess what? It happens all the time. Period. What's more
Well-
important, your pocketbook or people's lives? And I think we know
Well,
the answer.
So let's not. I mean, while we're talking about this, separate but also relevant, Western Global Airlines furloughed all of their MD-11 pilots on the 22nd. So, I mean, this is not just hey, this affects UPS. This is not just a hey, it affects FedEx or whatever. There are companies that are now furloughing people as a result
Sure.
of this. So there's the human aspect of this continues. You just put however many of those pilots on the street, plus the support and all that stuff, and it's extended grounding. We don't know how long this is going to take
Yeah.
while they figure this out. And you're like, when you're in leadership, you have to take care of people. And so this of any time, this is when a company that just lost what UPS lost should be leading out front in supporting their employees.
100%.
Dude, Western Global has a small company, 19 airplanes, 15 of them are MD-11s, dude. So
Oh,
that,
geez.
that could, that's not good.
To me, this was all the
No.
reverse order. Boeing starting it, then UPS, then the FAA. If I'm in that position at UPS, it's an immediate grounding of all of them. And then the pressure screws get put to Boeing. And I go, figure this out. Why did this happen? What happened? Period, case closed. Like it happened 180 out of what it should. Boeing went, oh, damn, here we go again. Like,
Yeah, they
ground
don't
them.
support old Douglas, McDonnell
Well,
Douglas stuff.
but again, it's like, okay, yep, nope, it took some time, but yep, ground them, and then the trickle down effect. And that just shows me exactly where there wasn't leadership on this. I'm sorry, you're not going to convince me otherwise. Like, we are a culture now that breeds the mother may I mentality of things, like, or it wasn't me. I mean, he did it, right? Like I was just doing. It's like, dude, just stand up and be a man, be a woman, and go, this is what's right and wrong, period. And unfortunately, I feel like in society, a lot of times we've lost what's right and wrong.
That's how you build trust. That's how you build the followership of your people, because in the other way, when you do it this way, you lose confidence forever.
Done.
Like you can't rebuild this. Like this is hey, I mean, I've heard multiple people say it made me rethink my entire position in this industry. And I'm like,
100%. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
And it's like I've talked about before, whether it's the military, whether it's law enforcement, if you are in an organization where you don't believe that the people at the top have your backs, people don't leave bad jobs. They leave bad bosses.
Yep. 100%.
I mean, just do better. That's it.
Yep.
Take care of your people.
And the thing is, look, I understand there is a legal aspect to this too, right? As a one full semester pre-law major in my career, I get that there's certain things that have to be done, but there is absolutely like an airline owns or leases those aircraft. They're their aircraft. They can absolutely ground that fleet, period, under the ruse of safety, and nobody's going to look at that
reason.
legally.
True.
I
would say, I mean, if they'd have said, look, we're grounding scheduled operations, the only operations we will do is reposition flights. Okay. You know what? Hey guys, you feel up to doing that? It's a repo flight. That's it. We're not going to load this thing down at max gross takeoff weight. Sure. Okay. Continuing normal operations for 3 days and without a word to your people.
Not okay. But what I'm saying is from the legalese standpoint, Mover, the other side, is if you're the ultimate leader and you go, all MD-11s we're not flying, period, until we figure this out. We're taking a pause.
Yeah.
That's not an admission of guilt. That's just saying we don't know what's going on, but I found an engine and I've never found an engine before. So until we get further, let's figure this out.
Yeah.
It's a shame. It really is. It is.
Gonky, anything else on this one?
No, no, dude, I'm sure there's more to come.
Yeah, I would just reiterate, we are saddened, humbled. We feel for the families of the pilots, the families of the people on the ground that were killed, the people on the ground that were injured, the people on the ground that lost property, their businesses, the city itself, the workers that have to deal with the aftermath here that are now questioning, hey, this isn't what we thought. Luckily, and we brought this up before, luckily other airlines have come to the aid of the pilot group, which is awesome. Keep doing that. And I don't know. It sucks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. Durzaros says, serious question. As a pilot after this, as an MD-11 pilot before grounding, in this case, do you call out of concern, take the flight because calling out could be putting a standby at risk?
That's a tough question, man.
No, you can't ever call out based on what another pilot will do. You can only control your actions. Maybe at a small airline like some of us at this facility where each other, but
you just do what you do. And if you're not in the mental headspace to go fly, whether it's something like this or a head cold or your kids were up or your beautiful, almost 3-year-old daughter just yells at you and constantly says, stop talking, whatever it is that is in your head, if that reaches your limit, every good pilot has that limit and we keep ourselves in check. And if you reach that limit, I don't care what it is, you call it and you don't go fly. And that's,
if there is a doubt, there is no doubt.
Exactly. So, you can't, I jokingly have flown with people that fly sick. And I go, dude, like, if you're even close, man, just call it sick. Like, if you want to feel good about yourself calling out sick, is you're probably giving one of your buddies premium pay. But it shouldn't even be a thought. Like, it's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to safely operate that aircraft from the time your butt hits the seat until the time you block in. And if you can't do that for whatever reason, you don't need to be there because there's too many people either on the plane, near the plane, around the plane, under the flight path that are relying on you to do your job. Period.
Yeah. I read a post from a guy who's on long-term disability that was like, I used to think this operation couldn't survive without me. And then I went on long-term disability and they never called me and said, hey, this operation can't survive without you.
Yeah, exactly. It's true, man. It's so true. Like, we're all replaceable. Okay. They don't care.
Are you guys okay? Is flight ops still good?
You're a cost unit. You are a number.
You are a number
in this business.
You are.
So. React accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. There's a Ross says this seems like AL 191, but way worse. I mean,
it's worse.
It's not worse because that was passengers and
people on the ground.
Yeah,
it's definitely bad.
I think what makes it's bad.
One's not worse, man. One's not worse than the other.
They're both bad. It's just we live in an era now where it's bad. It's equally bad, but in high definition from multiple angles.
Dash cams, man.
So
Holy crap.
So the thing is,
dash cam.
What year was the American
79?
Flight? Yeah, I mean, dude, like
that's your 8mm.
It's not even that yet. I don't think, to be honest with you. I mean, so it's just we live in a world now where everything you do is scrutinized. I mean, literally, I went in today to pick up my bed cover, and some guy drove past me and called me a very bad name because he was upset with something I did, which I don't know what it was. I was talking to my mom on the phone. And I walked into my mechanic shop and he's like, what just happened? I told him, he goes, hold on. And he pulls up his security cam and rewinds back to when it happened. He goes, I'll call the boss over at that business and see if he knows his guy's doing that. And I'm like, that's the world we live in, dude. Like, everybody could see everything. So I think that's really the only difference in 2025 when you have something that's tragic is that it's on display for everybody to see. And that's where it hits home to people that probably wouldn't have been.
Well, dude, I mean, how many times have we watched the videos where that's like, it's the airliner that bounces? It's like all the spotters, all they do is sit around and watch.
I don't know
your
why they
landings.
keep videoing my landings either. Like, I appreciate it, but at least tag me in those. But yeah.
Two Wolf Jaeger says the inspection intervals for such a critical piece of flight hardware just seems irresponsible on Boeing MD's part. I'm sure they have their own information, but geez, the pictures tell enough. It's the engineer math, right? You take whatever the failure and 1.2 or 1.3 or whatever it is, and you buffer it, and that's it. You know,
it's science. It's not
math.
just done for funsies. Like these people that, as much as I like to joke around with Boeing and all that, all the aircraft manufacturers, like people that do these jobs are very smart people. They're very technically advanced people it's all statistics and it's math and it's how they do it. And that just happened to be the failure rate of whatever that is, you know? And
well, so let's be clear about something too. We live still statistically in the safest era of aviation since we started flying.
By far.
It is, however, the least most informed. And by that, I mean the least informed people are informing the most people in human history. So we hear about everything. I'm not minimizing this UPS crash. It's horrific. I'm just saying it is one horrific crash amongst a lot of noise, which makes it seem like, because now every time somebody has an engine problem and they come back, you know, it's
they're
on the
waiting
news
for the next thing. That's what they're waiting for.
It's somebody's cell phone videos because the oxygen masks fell from the ceiling, or they hit a little bit of turbulence, or the captain made a PA. Everything is viral, and especially now because it's the emphasis item, because that's what gets clicks. That is what is monetized. So still, this is not like the 1970s. Like I've said this before. I talked to a guy that worked 3 major aviation crashes in New Orleans alone. 2 of them were commercial airliners. And I'm like, how in the hell in one city? You know, like seriously? He's like, oh yeah, it was pretty bad. And so it's not that aviation is less safe. It's not a political issue. Doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on.
Yeah.
This is a byproduct of the information age and the 24-hour news cycle, and everything is newsworthy. We're guilty of it too because we cover it, right? We cover it when we talk about it, but we need something to talk about. Otherwise, Gonky gets mad. So
he's got an engine to replace in a dirt bike. I mean,
he's got to pay for that engine, and so we have to talk about all the things. But
among other things, but
so let's not be like, oh God, I'm never going to fly again.
No, it's
like the reason you don't fly again is because it's Greyhound with wings, right? You might as well be on the bus. That's
isn't that changing? Isn't that like a new directive that they want people to wear like pants?
No pajamas.
They would have to jack up the price. That'll put your airline will be fine. The other ones, though, the more low budget amongst us.
Airline, not person, Gonky.
Wait, swim trunks and bikinis on the way to where you're going? It's not
the problem is bikinis. The problem is it's never the people you want to see in that.
I didn't say I wanted to see it. I just said that.
Gonky, just let them know you said that you thought there needed to be a people sizer. Not just a bag sizer, but a people.
You could just make the doors smaller on the plane. It would kind of. I'm just kidding.
Oh man!
Send all hate mail to Wombat.
Please do. I haven't gotten nearly enough.
Nate says, "Mover, watched one of your videos today where you talked about the circle's depth perception test. I took it once and failed miserably. I wonder if anyone passes first try. It seems like a bad test. It's stupid.
It's horrible.
Is that
the Navy
which
one's
one
perfect?
Is that?
It's the circles, dude.
The depth perception test.
Yeah, where you got to push your head against the thing and move your. Like, it doesn't.
You guys didn't pass that?
Well, they're like, don't stare at it. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I passed it, but the whole thing is a question.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's never confident.
Well, dude, but that's
I want to say 3.
That's preparing you for the military, like when you're doing hearing tests and you're just like,
Oh, dude, my hearing got better last time I did a hearing test. So last year, they're like, you need to do it again. Why? Well, because your hearing is degraded. So they made me go see a specialist. They're like, we re-baselined you. You saw an audiologist. You've got
That's
this.
my favorite.
You're dying.
Baseline you.
And then this year I did it, and the test administrator, they were talking outside. So I was like, y'all got to shut up, first of all.
Yeah.
So I was mad. I get out. I'm like, why are you making me take this test again? The reason I'm taking this test again is because you won't shut up. And they're like, sir, your hearing got better. So we're actually rebaselining you again to show that your hearing got better. I'm like, what? How is this possible?
Try doing them on the aircraft carrier.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, I'm like,
every catch shot.
No, that's just
you were hitting the button when there was no tone present.
Yep.
I want
do
to
that
bring
sometimes
my
to
own headphones.
re-baseline my hearing,
Yeah.
like just because like it's just this like whitewash of noise, and I'm like, hold on, I got to hear the person talk real quick, and they're like, you're holding that, yeah, okay.
Would you passive hearing test?
Sure wouldn't.
In the
Sure
Army.
wouldn't. In the Army flying.
In the Army, they shoot a 45 by your ear. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
What caliber was that?
Yeah.
Once the ringing stops.
Did it zip or zing? Zip or zing?
Love it.
In the wire. Hannah says, my son is flying home from college tonight. Congratulations. That's awesome. Listening to you on Mondays has given me an even deeper respect for the work that you do. That we do. It's really just WOMBAT.
I think on the show is what she's talking about.
Yeah. I stopped at the period. I should have kept going. You handle sensitive issues with professionalism and grace. I thought Hannah was saying we're good at our flying part, which we don't.
It's everybody's the same at that, aren't they? If you're an Airbus pilot, for sure,
that's true.
It's
the mission is to not get fired.
Wombat, I want you to know from our last episode where I was so shocked that you guys get numbers at the gate and can actually push back. Many commenters were like, at my regional, we taxi halfway to the runway before we get numbers. And I'm like, see,
you're not at a regional.
The world's largest regional.
I'm not saying that we
in my Cessna
we can, we just typically don't.
That is funny.
I'm just happy if I get numbers before the end of the runway.
No, just go to Toga. Toga's always there, right?
Yeah.
BS Hoke. I don't know, man. B Shoke. Let's go with that. Could have been a bad casting. Gotten bonked 6 years ago. We have to wait for lab nerd findings to know how it failed.
Yeah. Oh no, I agree. There's going to be some really, really deep dives from the engineers on what went wrong. But from a leadership standpoint, again, I reiterate, how many times have you seen a full engine sitting away from the crash site and gone?
Engine and pylon.
Engine and pylon, yeah.
Connected
so like
still.
Yeah. So that's, but I hear you. They're I'm sure they are, I mean, call it nerding, but they are definitely deep diving on the reason for the failure. So for sure.
Jonathan Mills says older long haul aircraft are probably tougher to judge the fatigue life. This aircraft was about 6,000 cycles from the next major pylon check, even though the airframe had 90,000 hours. Yeah. Actually, it was more than that. I think it was 7 something because it was right when at 28,000, 28 and 29,000 and only had 21,000 cycles.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't even I hope I never have that many cycles.
It's a lot of cycles, dude.
That's a lot of flying.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Happy birthday, Hornet. Go, Gonky.
Yeah. Bring it up. Bring it up, Doug. So, two of the greatest things happened in 1970.
Is this taken on a Nokia?
Dude, it's 1978.
Wait, I screwed up and lost it. I'll get it back.
All right, I'll keep talking.
Can you get it in higher than
dude?
14p?
Life wasn't high definition back then. People saw this.
There's a Dos Gringos song about this.
Yeah, dude.
Squiggly porn.
Gonky was born and the Hornet was born.
Feel like a teenager.
Yeah. Listen to this music, dude.
Oh, yeah.
For the Navy and Marine Corps, the FA-18 Hornet, a new breed of fighter attack aircraft for the fleet.
I love the paint job, man.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
Had there ever been a fighter attack before?
You listen to this music.
I don't think so.
9 days after the YAV-8B
Look at
first
that,
flight,
dude.
on Saturday, November 18th, the Hornet took to the air on
47
its
years
maiden
ago.
flight.
Yeah,
How much?
47 years ago, dude. Gosh, I got to get this soundtrack, man.
With the
You have
Hornet,
it.
a new
Yeah,
era in naval
probably came
aviation
with your
has
Camaro.
been launched.
It's on a VHS tape somewhere.
It is.
And then
Look back at your old cruise box, Gonky. You've got that
Yeah.
soundtrack somewhere.
and then also, so November was a big month for Hornet. November 29th, 1995, so 30 years ago, was the first flight for the Super Hornet, which we have a
Boo!
Yeah, just skip this. There's nothing super about a Super Hornet.
Boo!
yeah. There she goes. The
Different
music's
music.
not as cool.
Yeah, shocking.
Had to
Everything
leave the
about
gear
it's not
down.
as cool.
Yeah. I don't
Well,
know.
Block
And
3 Super Hornet, Gonky, that could be you. That hurt.
Yeah. Still a good looking airplane.
Just not as good looking.
Yeah,
We
he's
love
so-
living, Boeing.
We do love living.
Apparently,
So
Hornets can't fly without porn music.
well, I wasn't just gonna come out and say
You
it,
put the
Doug,
horn
but
in Hornet.
You put the horn. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I think it's great. 47 years ago, the greatest jet ever took to the skies, and
Second greatest jet. It lost to the Viper.
well, okay. So for those who don't know, the F-18 was derived from the YF-17, which was
Just a loser.
which was the loser in the lightweight fighter competition. But the Navy
Right.
decided we need a 2-engine lightweight fighter, and the Hornet was born from that. The Hornet F-18 is, I mean, kissing cousins is probably the closest you could say between the YF-17 and the F-18. But you know, I mean, dude, 47 years, like half a decade. Well, the F-16 is 50 years old, right, Mover? I think.
She doesn't
I
look a
think
day over. 30.
I love how all you kids are talking because the old Hawkeyes gentleman is 65 years old.
Grumman Ironworks.
Well, dude, even
This would be the year it would retire if the Hawkeye was an airline pilot. And you know what I think we need to know is it would not be arguing for 2 more years. It would go away gracefully.
It
gracefully.
hasn't gone away gracefully, though. It just keeps going. It's like, well, I can do air refueling. If those whippersnappers can do some air refueling, so can I,
You
Sonny.
can blame,
It's
you
so
can blame my buddy for that.
It's so slow. It took 65 years to retire that thing.
It's not retired.
Still going. It's beautiful.
I
It's
just
like the B-52. It'll be here in 2085.
Yeah.
it's crazy, man. I mean, half a decade basically, right? Even the latest version is 30 years old. And as I was researching this, right, the Google feed starts to do its thing. Dude, the Raptor is almost 30 years old as well.
That's
which
crazy.
blows my
Well,
mind.
that's
Yeah,
insane.
97.
The ATF was in the 80s, so it's pushing
Yeah.
40.
Yeah, which I mean, if you start playing the numbers game, right? I mean, dude, you know, 50 years back from when the F-16 first flew was like, you know, prop planes with belts and 2 wings and
Nothing
twisty
wrong with
ends.
prop planes. Nothing wrong with prop planes.
Clear
What
prop.
I'm just saying been around for a long time. So at some point, you know, fighter design, I think, reaches a certain point to where, I mean,
No,
from an
dude,
engineering
no,
standpoint, a great
no.
design is a great design.
No.
Yeah,
At some
dude.
point, contracting reached
Or that.
a bloated military industrial complex such that we could not develop, sustain, or build anything new without
Maybe.
fleecing the taxpayer. And I love life.
Maybe, but I would also argue, dude, that I mean, I I don't know. I think all the 4th gen jets are amazing, and they're all about 50 years old. But
Yeah.
maybe that's because I'm getting close to 50 years old. But yeah, I just want to say, dude, November, this is the birthday week time frame for
You like the Marines and you just have a birthday every day?
no, dude, don't bring up the Marines, man.
They have the Hornet.
Dude, the Marines, dude. The Marines ruined the F-35 with their dumb vertical takeoff thing, and the only reason why there's a 2-seat Legacy Hornet is because of the Marines. The Rio Mafia in the Marine F4 community was so strong that they would not accept the F4's replacement without a backseater, which Wombat will tell you the 2-seat. Well, I mean, dude, you flew it, Mover. It has an even more of a fuel problem.
Yep.
So, but yeah,
I love life.
I love life too, Boeing.
Yeah.
And happy birthday, Hornet. That's what I wanted to say. Wombat.
Happy birthday, Boeing.
Yeah. Wombat, what do
It's
you
a great
think,
jet,
man?
man. I when I got the transition from the Hawkeye to fighters, I got the choice actually, which they don't always do that, but they did that. Supers or Charlies, and I picked Charlies. So
Good choice.
because if you look it up, Legacy sounds way cooler than Super. So I was going to do the Legacy Hornet plus the whole single seat.
Would you rather be Legacy Man or Superman?
Legacy, man? Kidding me?
It's legendary. I call it the legendary Hornet. Not the
Well, and it's such a cool.
Don't they call it the Bug or something?
What?
I don't. Well, do they? I've heard the Super Hornet referred to as the Super Bug. I mean,
Super Rhinoceros.
Yeah, dude, I love flying the Rhino. But if I had to have one parked in my garage,
of course,
probably either be a Malaysian two-seater or a A model. Or
Well, I also will point out
fly an A model, buddy.
that the Australians had it, home of Margot Robbie.
Hornet's a great plane.
That's all I have to say.
fly it.
Canada, remember Alf?
yeah, it's been a great
He's a
jet.
Hornet guy?
Still is, dude. Still is a great jet.
Yeah, it's a great jet. It's a great jet. That's what I meant.
Saved us from the aliens in 1995.
Yes, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Those Air Force Hornets really helped us out.
Welcome to Earth.
Well, that's
Mhm.
right.
The Hornet, so good. The Air Force passed on it and then took it.
That's
in a movie.
from The Rock. They were Marine Hornets in Air Force One or
Really?
Independence
I
Day.
don't know.
Yeah, you're
The
right.
Rock.
The Rock was Air Force. That's right.
Rock was the Air Force Hornets.
Yeah. Great jet. Great jet. Happy birthday.
Great jet.
Tevin says, hey, all, just want to drop by and say the mental health minute from 2 weeks ago about never giving up inspired my non-running self to sign up for a half marathon. Hold on now. We neither endorse
that was
nor encourage such activities on this
give
show.
the $5 back. The guy has some situational awareness issues.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah. My
I mean,
my
is there
my
like a
right knee
bear
just
behind you. Is that why you're running? What's the purpose here?
half marathon just hurts my knees thinking about it.
Yeah, dude.
Crazy Pete says, don't mind me. I'm sitting here laughing in my Korean War era Herky Bird.
Nice.
That looks way older than Korean War in your avatar there, sir.
Oh, man.
Code Monkey says both the YF-17 and YF-23 are displayed next to each other at the Western Museum of Flight at the Torrance Airport. Check it out. Very cool. We want to say hello to our friends in Turkey, by the way.
Oh yeah.
No, Asada Carr can't join us anymore, but he watches tomorrow, and we
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
We have not seen General Omnidine or the alien guy yet, which is
Not
funny because
yet.
Wombat's here. Maybe that's who Wombat is. That's Wombat's alter ego. I've never seen him in the room together.
General Aladdin.
Heat Seeking says we are farther from the birth of the Hornet than the Hornet was from the F4 Wildcat when it was born.
Yeah. So I'm saying you start playing the numbers game with the years and it's wild.
No, it's crazy. Yeah.
LeBray says, remember Alfie's back in Pog form. Reference I do not get.
Okay.
Wow.
Whoa.
Ozymandias. Happy
Thanks, Ozzy.
Thanksgiving to you and your families,
Happy
dudes.
Thanksgiving,
F-18
man.
ha. Pretty sure the F-15 is the greatest jet ever, followed by the F-16, then P-38. Just kidding. F-18 is great too.
You know what? You're
For
entitled to your
$100, they're
opinion,
gonna-
sir. You're for
All of a
$100.
sudden-
I
all of a sudden,
agree.
everybody on this channel is an Eagle guy. They're like,
Uh-huh.
oh, you know.
100%. I agree.
$100, $100. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love Eagles.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Quick, give me a crew chief.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Wow. So what are we talking about now? All right. Hey, I'm not a big fan of fatties, but this was a cool.
Airplanes. Talking about airplanes here at TV.
No, dude, it's politically correct now per SecWar to bully fatties out of existence. It's straightly. He
Oh.
told all the generals that. Remember, he said that.
That's true.
That's a direct order
Speaking of
from UCMJ.
leadership.
Yeah. Anyway,
2 miles.
watch this
baby.
fly over
Is there sound?
or not. Okay, we're 45 seconds early, but we look good, so we'll allow it. Your feeling is hard. That's all.
Maybe they'll come back.
Keep
around.
singing your song. It's fine. We'll come back around again. We'll come back. Just wait for a second. We'll come back. That was just the first one. Between the two aircraft, there were 13 pilots.
Yeah.
Not
And
one
about-
of them had a watch on.
Yeah. How many navs were on board?
All of them.
You had
All of
one
them.
job.
They're
Jess.
just lucky that C5 got airborne. Let's be
That's
honest.
true.
We're lucky that thing wasn't broken wherever it stopped.
Oh,
He's like, keep dragging me. I got to get to Hawaii.
Oh my gosh, dude.
maybe it
This
wasn't
thing's
even a
deploying.
flyover on purpose. Maybe they were just en route somewhere.
Yeah.
They're part of their
Just
cross
dumb
country.
luck.
Actually on downwind for
Yeah.
it's like just happened to fly over during the end.
Hey, your ARCT is well, whenever you get here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Dude, I didn't that's wild.
It is cool. The one thing I will give it is how big that
That's what you said.
C5 is. Like,
Yeah.
because I mean, I've spent some time,
Well, hold
too much
Douglas,
time behind it.
bring it back up. if you can.
Because I was trying to get gas and unsuccessfully.
Bring it back up and then stop it in the middle of the flyover, like right in the middle when it's over the stadium. All right, stop right
At the
there.
beginning of
Stop,
the
stop.
anthem.
Okay, so the C5 is like 500 feet wide or something.
Sure.
And then the KC-135 is also probably 135 feet. That's why they named it that.
Yes. Clearly.
So using
notes,
my
Shannon.
expert mill sizing here, this is 30,000 feet.
yeah.
They're up in the top of the AR track and just happen to be flying over in the bozo.
They got the new iPhone 17 with the zoom. That's all it is.
Well,
Jeez.
dude, I mean, there's definitely some weather here.
They are not at 1,000 feet. I can tell you that much.
No,
This is not 1,000-foot flyover, my friend.
no.
This is at least in the flight levels.
They didn't have to change their altimeter setting, is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
They're at 2992 talking to who's playing?
Center.
Wisconsin
Yeah.
Center.
That's hilarious, dude.
Wow, dude, I don't. Yeah, it's.
Are they actually tanking right there, or are they just in formation? I can't
I
tell.
think they're just trying to fly close to each other.
Okay.
Now the boom's up.
No.
There- There's 24 people arguing about the timing right now over one radio, and they're all wrong.
And they're all
They
wrong.
didn't, well, dude, you know the
If they
tanker
found a
dudes were
stadium, though,
they
They
didn't
did.
even need a ground fact. They were watching it on their iPad. They probably had a TV back there, and they're just like, "Hey, that's us."
Push.
Oh, there's a
Push.
delay. Crap,
Uh-oh.
we're going too fast. We're late. No, we're early.
Slow down. Prepare to slow down. Preparing to slow down.
We're always preparing.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Well, listen, man. Heavy
What you
guys,
don't
they
see-
try. I mean, they're
Well,
trying.
What you don't see
God
is there's
bless 'em.
actually a 4 ship of clean Vipers in there. You just
Right.
dwarfed.
Inside the C5 on their way to their new
They're in
base.
formation, but they're so far away you can't see them.
Do you think, Mover, that there's a Facebook group called Old Fat Heavy Pilots? And they're just complaining about how, like, it's just, if
Back
you
in
got
my
up
day.
there just a little, in my day, flying the C5,
Back
if you get
in
up there
SAC,
just a little. Like,
When it
yeah,
was
like,
Strategic Air Command, we'd fly that thing down to 20,000 feet instead of 25,000 feet. They'd
just
be able to
curious
read
if
the tail
there's-
number off of my C5. Oh,
Right.
141.
Dude, yeah, that's
Oh, God. Send all hate mail to Gonky.
it's listen, like I mean, dude, look, you got it. They were trying, man. Heavy guy, they were
Yeah, dude, it's
trying.
cool. Again, every flyover is great because it shows the general public cool things. It stinks when it's something like that. And you're
45
like,
seconds.
No, dude, that's cool. That
But
was
when you're-
cool.
It was, yeah.
Music or no music. It
the
just,
timing was just the rough part. of
who
that.
cares? They look, they're not, their job is not to do that.
Yeah, I know.
They don't ever need to be anywhere at a certain time.
But dude, as
If they did, the C5 would never do it because it's always broken. So
That's true.
be
But
happy.
like
to just flew over.
135s, they get places on time because they got to be on tanker tracks.
Plus
and
or
stuff like
minus.
that.
I mean, they show up
Yeah.
early because they got extra gas. They don't.
Yeah.
That's why they're always early. They're used to
Oh.
showing up early. That's their whole
Mm.
thing.
They just
Yeah.
show.
Well,
Yeah,
then, great
sorry,
job.
tanker fell out. Good luck, guys.
Yeah. Nobody kicks ass
Without
tanker gas.
It's
Yeah.
true.
And whatever the motto is for Fred, that too.
I don't think it has a motto. It's just
We're
old
broke
and
again.
tired.
We're broke again. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I'm pretty sure I've seen more timely flyovers though by
Guaranteed. There is a picture from the boom pod of the
Oh,
C5 over the stadium.
100%.
Yeah.
It
There
exists.
better be. There
It
better be. I
exists
want to
somewhere.
see it. And I bet it's a cool
Yeah.
picture.
And
Yeah. Price has
it-
nailed it across the bottom.
yeah. We actually made the stadium.
Yeah. Nailed it. Okay.
I mean,
That's
let's
not-
give them
hold
give
on,
them some
Gonky,
props.
hold
dude.
on. If it
When
was
you're limited-
fighter pilots, they would say nailed it. Those guys, it just says found it. That's all it said.
No, dude. Let's take a moment to appreciate this. When you're limited to 4.5 degrees of bank and
1.2
autopilot
Gs.
on only,
Right.
yeah, and
That's not true, Mover.
1.16 Gs.
I've been in the basket plenty of times where KC-135s were autopilot off and way more than 4 degrees.
He's talking about the C5, dude.
Oh, that's true.
Look, they have to do whatever they're. I mean, it's a feat of strength,
Yeah.
honestly, that a fatty like that can ever refuel in the first place.
That's true. That is.
Like this
Oh.
is like interstellar level. Like it's taken a space shuttle and docking it with a space station. Like the math is just
That's
inconceivable.
true. Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, hey, awesome that they got
Yeah.
2 jets like that
It's all
for a
in good-
flyover. It's
It's all in good fun. It's just funny. It's funny.
yeah.
An aircraft carrier would look small compared to that airplane.
It's probably true.
Probably
Right,
be on
it's
time.
maneuverable too. Yeah, it would be on time. You just fire up the nukes.
They don't have any stadiums next to like rivers. That should be a thing.
Why?
No. I mean,
Do
I
the
don't know.
carrier. I mean,
Uh,
the Superdome's right by the Mississippi River. You can do
You
like
know,
a
the whole point of an aircraft
drive-by.
carrier is you don't have to bring the carrier directly to where you.
no, but we want to flex our air power, boat
Yeah, but-
power.
Yeah.
Well, they
I was
do.
gonna say,
So, like, I did what is it, Wombat in San Diego? They do
Tiger Cruise.
like they parade the ships through the.
Oh yeah.
I did the air show part of that
Mhm.
with the ships, which, like Mover says, shows the sea power / air
Yeah.
power. I forget what it's called. Oh, I forget. It's not Fleet Week. I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Catch
I
up
know what
brain.
you're talking about.
Yeah, it is. Catch Up
Anyway,
Brain.
Alex says Tomcats. Then a tie between Hornets and Vipers.
Yeah.
He's right. You know,
Yeah.
functionally, no, but
No.
everything else, yes.
It's true.
You're entitled to your opinion, sir.
I mean, nostalgia, sure. Tic Tac's got my back. I
There he
didn't show up.
is. There he is.
Wombat. I saw Wombat on his phone a while ago. Right. In the center.
Ah,
We were watching Mover. We're always watching.
That's the truth.
So you saw. Never mind. Happy birthday, F-18. There's a reason there are more videos of Tic Tacs playing with F-18s than F-16s. Is it because most Hornet pilots are hypoxic?
We had locks.
Yeah. Contaminated.
and Obogs.
Well, I never
Contaminated.
flew locks.
Zeolite dust.
Yeah,
It's fine. Locks is awesome, man. I wish I had
It
a
is.
locks model right now, to be honest with you.
it is awesome. Yeah.
Kyle Walker. Look, dude, he's got an R like you. It's like
It's a
your-
capital R. It's
like
capital
your
R. That's
F-150.
nah.
Speaking
nah,
of
for what?
fatties, I just got sponsored for UPT for the C7. Bro.
Dude, Kyle,
Congratulations.
you
man.
are going to do great in
Yeah.
aviation.
Yes.
You just got sponsored.
Perfect.
And you put this post up. If
Yeah.
somebody in your unit does not screenshot
I want to take that
this,
off before that.
Before
Please.
somebody in his unit
It
sees
ain't
it.
worth $5, Kyle.
that's awesome.
Good on you.
Allegedly.
Congrats on C-17.
Any tips, he says.
For flight school.
Don't be a douche.
He leaves in March or April, so
C-17 is a fun plane. I would have liked to fly it once. I mean, it's got a stick, a HUD. Like those things do some crazy things. That's a cool airplane.
it's called Barney.
Well, Well, if I assume he probably hasn't been to OTS yet. Just remember, OTS is just a game. It's not the real military. And then in flight school,
Don't
work
tell him
together.
that. Don't tell him that. It's not the real
Flight
military.
school's also kind of a
I
game.
mean,
and
it's-
not the
It's
real
more military than the actual military. It's
That's
like the
what I'm-
most military you do because we never do that military
That's
stuff
what
in
I'm-
real military.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody knows how to do a facing movement.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Okay,
Not
it's
true.
very-
When I got kicked out of the admiral's office, I did quite a nice about face. Thank you.
Like a ballerina.
Like a
Just-
ballerina. It comes back to you in the moment you need it. That's all I'm saying.
OTS, like Mover said, OTS, you do a lot of military stuff that you're not going to do when you get out. So just get through it. Flight school, like Wombat says, don't be a douche, study hard, be a team player. And yeah, when you get to C-17, man, just be a good dude in the squadron.
And if they send you to the whatever it is, disaster civilian flight thing, just realize none of that is the real military.
Yes.
And don't get lazy and complacent.
Yeah.
When you show up at pilot training, it's going to be a fire hose.
Yeah. Be ready. And then you
'Cause-
still won't be ready.
Yeah. Also, don't call them fatties anymore. Only we can call them fatties.
That's right. You have to earn the right to call them fatties.
Yeah. You have to not be in a fatty to call them fatties. That's kind of the rule.
But I love it. I love it.
Let's see. Durzara says using Flight Radar 24 to coordinate. I got him on the fish finder.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Is there a lag with this thing? What's going on here?
912
hilarious.
Automotive says the Jaguar Stadium is actually down the river from NAS Mayport. There you go.
Okay.
We used to
Wow.
fly that river. Remember the river? We'd come back. That was my favorite. Cecil Field. Warhorse says Flying Magazine did a story on the C5 once that included refueling. According to the story, it takes 14 turns on the trim wheel from the 135.
Dude, you
Wow.
lost me at trim wheel.
That's like the 737.
Yeah. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Lexi! Happy Thanksgiving, Mover, Gonky, Wombat, Doug, Luna, and everyone else. Fingers crossed for no aviation incidents to cover for next
Yeah,
week's show.
no kidding, man.
No kidding. Or for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. We've checked all the boxes for this
Yeah.
year.
This year's been rough.
All right. Check out this technology.
Oh boy.
Pew,
Dude.
pew.
That's like Star Wars, dude.
Isn't there like a bug zapper laser thing you can buy from mosquitoes?
I'm sure that'll do it.
I wonder how much power it requires.
I don't know. What is it? Oh, wow. Did knock the tail off that thing? Look at that.
Yeah. Read the caption, Doug. Probably should have led with that.
The future VA claims.
Newly released
people that are using this.
United Kingdom's Dragonfire laser weapon system engaging drones at test range. Royal Navy confirmed today that it aims to start deploying lasers on ships within 2 years, which Gonky, you've brought up many times when we've talked about Yemen, about ships and the vulnerability of drone swarms and stuff like that. Do you think this is a game changer?
I don't know. It took it a little bit of time there to knock the tail off that one drone. So I don't know if they can like up the power of the laser, but I mean, dude, if they can zap them out of the sky like Star Wars style, then it could be a game changer. I mean, they still have to detect it, right? I have no idea what kind of, do they optically track it or is it radar? But I mean, did it say in there? I mean, I thought I remember reading somewhere it costs like $13 to shoot that thing one time. So like it's very cost effective and very effective, period. So I think it could be a step in the right direction. Wombat, what do you think of that video, man?
I think the U.S. Navy right now is going $13 to down a Super Hornet that's on approach from Marshall.
Don't give it to the Gettysburg, dude.
no.
Like, no.
That's what they're thinking right now. They go, wait a second. We can,
No,
we
the
could just
what
laser
would end
our
up
planes out
happening
of
is
the
the contract would be bloated and it would just be one of the laser pointers, So it's like, oh, we blinded him,
Didn't even block him, just messed up his vision.
Suddenly he has 2010 vision, like what?
Yeah. No, I mean, dude, it's interesting, right? I mean, any type of technology like that is different and interesting and cool. And if it works, great.
The future is now, old man.
Dude.
Yeah.
If they can shoot down drones, they can shoot down airplanes.
Well, if it's $13, it's a lot cheaper than AMRAMs, AIM-9s,
Yeah.
APIC was rockets. The gun,
SMGs.
20 millimeter. That's
Yeah.
probably more than $13.
Oh yeah, one round. Yeah.
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 So, no, that's cool. If it works, it's interesting technology. So you're going to have something like a Sea-Whiz, but with laser pointers one day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's cool. I mean, I really
Yeah.
do. Interesting. I'm curious to see where, 2 years from now, where, what it will actually mature into.
Sure.
Can you defeat it with a mirror?
Yes, but it has to be a big one.
Dude.
And you better not miss.
Yeah. One shot.
Joke's
dude.
on you.
Wait, so if you mirror plated your drone, dang it.
You just gave away all the secrets. Oh, NCIS is going to be calling us.
Oh, dude.
Not
no.
again.
Yeah, the laser comes back to the ship. Now you got a hole in the side of the Gettysburg.
Yeah.
Take that.
Take that, Gettysburg.
Somehow
Carry my mirror every time I fly my Super Hornet.
Yeah. In your
Mhm.
survival vest, just you're out there.
You got your mirror.
Hey, I found a job
No,
for a
dude,
Wizzo.
you got-
There
that's
you
why the
go.
Hornet. That's why the Hornet has mirrors.
I mean, if you're not going to pump out chaff and flare back there while we're getting shot at, you could at least use your mirrors to defeat it.
Hold it up higher.
No, you just burned me.
Yeah, perfect. Dude.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's how that would work. Or Wizzo would have the laser where it would go into their eyes, be like,
I already had bad eyes.
Yeah,
Now I'm a
I
pilot.
anyways, dude.
I'm a pilot. I went up on a tanker mission and came back with LASIX.
Really sick, dude.
He's not washout anymore. He's actually
Oh,
20/10 vision.
Yeah.
oh, we're terrible, dude.
Yep.
We're just terrible.
Well, we want everybody to hate us equally.
That's true.
It's not
Working
just
on it.
about
Equal opportunity.
the views. It's about the hatred.
I wouldn't say it's hatred. It's
No, for
I
them.
would
to us.
read my
oh,
emails.
for them to us. Yeah.
Hey, Gonky,
Yes,
what do you want to talk about next? Because it seems like our time is about to be ending.
What do we got?
Maybe permanently, considering what we said about Boeing earlier. But in general,
We can't say fatties. Oh, dang it.
yeah, your options are the Ukrainian M2000, the Super Sniper Pod, the B-21 Wizzo.
I think that's a great segue right there.
B-21 Wizzo.
Just keep the Wizzo hate going. I mean, it's easy.
I think this one's the opposite, man.
Oh, is it?
All right, then it is Douglas. Frappe sa means hit it and hit that. And
In Wizzo?
Global Strike Chief recommends replacing the B-21 pilot with a Wizzo. This is a little bit old. It's taken us a while to get to it because it's physically making me ill. The head of Global Strike Command has recommended the replacement of the placement of a weapons systems officer in the cockpit of a Northrop Grumman B-21 Raider. According to an August 15th memo obtained by Aviation Week, the proposal, if adopted, says Steve Trimble, who covers aviation, missiles, and space for Aviation Week. All right. Well, that's it. Good talk.
Fire the firewall.
We can't afford. We can't afford the. That's it.
If you want to hear the rest of the story, you have to endorse the Wizzo, and then it opens.
It's ridiculous enough on its face value. Go with your data, Gonky.
Yeah.
Why are they laughing? They laugh too much.
So I've read a couple articles about it. Yeah. So the change is, hey, one pilot, one Wizzo, because we need a dedicated weapon system officer. Dude, I don't know. I've talked before about how technology is advancing, and like I question sometimes the future of the pilot profession, right? So, the pilot in me thinks this is a terrible idea, but I don't think you can. I mean, he has an argument. I don't know what systems, how complex it is to war fight the B-21, but maybe it's so
simple.
It probably, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Did you just say he has an argument?
Has a what?
Has an argument?
No, I said I don't know how hard it is to war fight the B-21, but maybe two pilots is a waste of talent, and they need a Wizzo in there to operate the
never a waste of talent.
the weapon system. I mean, I don't know. It might be so complicated, or maybe it has so much capability with CCA. I don't know, dude. For whatever reason, they think the flying side is not that important. I mean, and in a bomber, it doesn't, relatively speaking, it's not going to be dynamically maneuvering. So, I mean, I don't know. Wombat, what do you think? I guess I don't know enough about the mission, you know?
I mean, isn't it going to be the same bombing long range mission? I mean,
Smaller. It's smaller than a B2, right? Mover.
Okay.
Yes,
But-
it's smaller. It's very cozy.
I mean, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's still very.
I don't understand why they would need to do that, frankly.
Hold on now.
Movers got more. Maybe.
Dude,
I'd like to point out
Mhm.
the views are my own and do not represent the DoD. Forgive me, Father, for what I'm about to say,
Oh, don't. Oh, boy. Go ahead.
General Sir. But respectfully, this is the head,
Oh
I
boy.
think, of Global Strike Command. If that's because it didn't give a name, right? It didn't say. Did it say who said it?
Yeah, I've got a good clip that you can pop up there if you want to.
Okay,
It's not that guy.
is that that guy? Well, belay my last.
It's belayed.
Okay. Unleashing
There
the
we go.
Raiders' full potential demands a complex blend of skills, airmanship, weaponeering, and electromagnetic spectrum operations on the spectrum. Sensor management, real-time battle management, agile replanning in combat. For this reason, the B-20 will be crewed by one pilot, one weapon systems officer. General Thomas Boussier.
Hold on a second. Hold on, guys. You both were single seat fighter pilots. Did you ever have to have airmanship?
No.
Yes or no?
Well, yeah.
How about weaponeering?
Yeah.
How about electromagnetic spectrum operations?
Yeah, I went to FECOC.
Sensor management. You guys ever manage a sensor?
Yes.
Any real-time battle management or
Mm.
replanning in combat, or did it always go as planned? Sounds like all stuff a pilot could do.
Well, Boussier, sir, respectfully, sir, is retired.
Well,
He
he's
was
saying it
the
because
commander
he's
Mm.
got
of
a
Force
good-
Global Strike Command. He flew as a pilot, which makes more sense than the other guy who did not. But he flew the T-38, the F-15C, the B-2, the B-1, and the Raptor.
So what we have here is a guy who's never flown with Wizzos saying that he's going to endorse a
No,
plane. that flies with-
B1 Wizzo has the EWO and all those people. I mean,
Oh, do they?
that's a
Oh.
whole caravan of people in that thing.
Remember,
Remember
it's just
the-
interesting to me. Those skill sets, at least in that quote, pilots do all that stuff too. So, that's some.
Yeah,
Because isn't this going to be a long range bomber too? Isn't that the whole point of it?
No, dude, you need somebody. I mean, think about it. We have a friend that's a nav, and
Mhm.
he's cool. He'd be cool to hang out with in an airplane for 45 hours or whatever they do.
How many B-21s are they going to make? Because you've now manned up one good crew. So,
Well, there's
It's
more of
it's
those.
a process. I'm sure
and
there's
he's
more
gonna
than
need
just the
some
one.
days off.
There's more of
Okay,
those
so-
people.
Yeah, I mean, I think people don't really. I mean, no.
There's more than people. Well,
I guess the point being is,
It's a dwindling fleet. They got to do something with them. Like
oh, okay. Well, in that case, it makes total sense.
they need jobs. Where else are they going to go?
that's valid, right?
Yes, that is. No, it's not valid.
I mean, I know the fact that the Wizzo or community is shrinking, right? Because
Think about it. Two pilots, you got to fight over who's doing the stuff you don't want to do. A Wizzo and a pilot, you know who's doing the stuff you don't want to do.
it's true.
I guess.
It's
Meet
valid.
me at the plane with all the stuff that I need. It's not like it was all that difficult in the first
How
place.
many
It's
Wizzos would
ink-deck,
ever
pickle,
want to
ink-deck.
fly with Mover for 45 hours at a time?
Oh, dude, all
You'd
of
be
them, come on.
surprised, dude. You'd be surprised. They're gluttons for punishment. I get a lot of love mail.
They got
Well-
daddy issues and they want somebody that'll make fun of them. So Mover's like, I'm your guy.
I mean, I don't
It's
know.
a joke. I love all. No, I can't say that. I love people sometimes.
Here's the thing, man. The Wizzo community. I mean, if we had any of them on the show to defend themselves, they can dish it back, right? It's like
Sure.
like brotherly love, kind of.
Right.
They just have a lot of ammunition.
They do.
Not every Wizzo is Bob. Let's just put it that way. He seemed like a fun dude. But there's a lot that are.
Well, his dad saved us from the aliens. I think we can give him a little grace.
He was
That's true.
he was an actual pilot.
Yeah.
Something happened.
Yeah.
Bob was a pilot.
Dude, you said his dad saved us from the aliens, right? He was
Right. His
he was a
dad,
fighter
but he
pilot.
wasn't. He did not follow in his father's footsteps. He's a
No.
disappointment. Like your
There's
dad
a lot of those.
was
in
a
the
fighter
history.
pilot that became the president that saved us from the aliens personally, and you
Yes.
became a Wizzo.
I could think of another Wizzo that had a similar.
Well, that, dude. We don't need any deep intel on any of that nonsense. So listen, let's just
No.
let's
Not,
just keep
not even that
let's
one.
just
Not
keep-
even that one, dude.
Oh no!
That's the funniest part about this is you're mistaking the Wizzo that I'm talking about because there's
Oh,
so
let's throw all
many
the
that have
spears.
daddy
What about
issues.
three guys that think they're in Top Gun? Let's do that one.
That's so funny.
Uh-huh.
So is episode 5 is the end, huh?
It's
Yep.
not. It's
Hey,
not.
by the way, sad breaking news: Coast Guard's searching for a plane in Lake Pontchartrain.
Oh no,
right
man.
now. Yeah,
Where's
Like,
that?
that's where Mover
this
is.
this
Oh,
is
really?
right down the road from me. They're searching Lake Pontchartrain tonight for a possible down small plane.
Dang.
Search is underway about 4 miles offshore. They don't have any information, but they had been in contact with the plane and then they lost contact. So they've got an MH-60 and a 29-foot boat deployed from the Coast Guard New Orleans searching as of 6:36, which is very dark at this time of year. So they've been searching for a while. I don't have any other updates about that. I just got it from a friend of mine while we were doing this. I hope they find whoever is out there. I mean, as most of you know, follow the channel. Lester flies small planes out there. He was flying today. But we got a lot of friends in the community that fly there. So
Yeah.
hope they.
Well, the
hope they
best
find
people are
them.
looking for him because that's what the
Yeah.
Coast Guard does, man.
Coast Guard does a good job,
Yeah.
but Lake Pontchartrain's a scary and dangerous place because you get the water, no horizon, dark at night, fog, all that stuff. It can be a treacherous place to fly. So we hope it's everybody's okay. I don't know who it is. I'm just
Yeah.
reading this now, so I hope it's anyway. All right, Gonky, you had a mental health. Hold on, let me get through these.
We
real
had a
quick.
suggestion.
Hold on. Douglas Rose says old days of innovation between 1945 and 1960, USA produced at least 500 of these different fighters: P-61, P-80, F-84, F-86, F-89, F-94, F-100, F-101, F-102, F-104, F-105, F-106.
Right.
And now we have the
Century
F-35.
You're going back. It's like-
ABC.
yeah.
Thomas says, so would the Wizzo get a new vision baseline after each flight for blinding themselves with the mirror?
Just gets slightly better each time.
Got it backwards, dude. Flip it around.
Ratchet Rob says, if I ever become a Wizzo, do I get nunchucks?
God hell, they can't give Wiz those nunchucks, man. Then they'd have a fighting chance.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Gonky. You were talking mental health a minute.
Let me pull it up here because I didn't realize that. Yeah.
You're on
No, so we had a
There was a
suggestion
show tonight?
pretty much something like that. Now we just had a suggestion from one of the fans, and it was along the lines of basically, I think we covered it a while ago, but it's physical limitations, and here it is. Let me see here. To lose one's physical abilities and independence challenges both spirit and faith. So, he's had we'll just call him Bob. He's had an issue where he's had some loss of some physical ability, and it's testing his faith. he's been doing, a lot of prayer and soul searching to try to get through this. So, and he just asked, like, I could use some of this for the mental health minute. So, if you guys remember earlier in the year, I had the knee surgery going, man, and it's kind of the first time in my life where I was physically limited. And I see this with my dad as well, because he's in his 80s now. And in fact, like literally just the other day, he went out to change the tires on his trailer by hand, and he hurt himself so bad he can't sleep. My mom called me crying. But I've had this talk with him, like, why don't you just pay people to do your work? But like, for him, it's a mental thing. And I discovered it when I was down and out with my knees. I couldn't be me, right? So who am I? So you start, you got a lot of time to think usually, because you're just sitting there, you're healing, you're recovering, or you're injured, God forbid, permanently. Some people are permanently injured and they go through this for the rest of their life. But, I could really put into perspective to me the link between physical struggles and mental struggles. They can run concurrent. And I think that's a tough nut to crack, because, a lot of times I handle mental stress and mental issues with doing things physical, right? Riding a motorcycle, exercising, just going for a walk on a nice day. If you just, if you can't do that, those physical activities, that you lose that outlet to deal with mental problems. So, Bob, feel for you, keep you in my prayers. And, it can even test somebody who's strong. And, if I'm a Christian, strong in your faith, or, whatever faith you happen to have, right? Those thoughts start to creep into your mind, why me? And you go down that road. So I would say, having gone through it temporarily, thank goodness, is, there's light at the end of the tunnel. You just keep working at it, and you try to find, if you can do some physical things, you try to replace your normal physical activities that help you with mental stress, with things you actually can do. But yeah, Wombat, what do you think, man?
Obviously, for this individual, my prayers are with you, and you don't quit. You just don't give yourself that option. And it may embarrass her that I'll bring this up, because I know she's listening, but my mom's going through some stuff right now. And the thing that makes me so proud when I see it is she's still positive. Like from the diagnosis, it was very quickly hey, I gotta see your kiddos grow up. So I don't have a choice. I'm gonna fight this. And I think a lot of who I am is because of my parents, just like all of us in some regards. And they're what they taught me is you don't quit. And you both and I know the things I've been through in my career, in my life, whether it was medical, whether it was, other things that test you, and it's become very obvious to me that we're never, God doesn't give us something we can't handle, right? Because every breath we take, it depends on what level you're at, right? Like I look at it as every morning I wake up and my feet hit the floor. Well, there's still a reason for me to be here. I don't know what that reason is yet. I may never know what that reason is. But there's a reason. He's not done with me yet. Sometimes when it gets harder and it becomes, when things close in, like it sounds like in this case, or, with a bad diagnosis or something, sometimes it's minute by minute. You know what I mean? It's every breath that's in your lungs. You're like, I'm not done yet, and I'm fascinated with the story of, Lone Survivor and Marcus Luttrell and all that always fascinated me, because, there's a point in there where he talks about, like, he would draw a line with a rock in the dirt, and all he cared about was passing that line, and I think that's a great metaphor for life, that, it's, you don't know the big picture. You don't know who you're going to affect. You don't know the plan for you. That's not ours to know. All I know is I'm here and I'm going to do the best I can do, and I'm not going to quit. And when it's all said and done, I gave it my all, right? And I know that my mom's going to do the same thing. I know that this viewer will do the same thing hearing this. That's the only success in life in me. You can have, and that's why, like, a lot of times, Mover and I will talk about cars and things like that, and I'm a little hesitant to bring it up because I don't want to be that person that comes across as like, well, look at all I have. Like, I'm very blessed. I'm very lucky. Worked very hard too for the things I have. And those are fleeting things. They mean nothing, right? What means anything is the interactions we have with other people, the things that we teach as we move on from this world to another world. All of those things are really the whole point, in my opinion, on why we're here. And all of that stems around, you just can't stop fighting. Like, there's two truths. One, none of us are making it out alive, period. And two, you have passed 100% of the trials you've already been put before you, right? At this point in your life, however old you are. You could be 3 years old, you could be 90 years old. You've successfully gotten through every one. Because of those two things, you realize how much of it is out of your control, but not in a bad way. It's out of your control in a good way, to have peace with it and go, well, I don't have to worry about all this. All I have to worry about is being the best person and giving my all for the next, whatever the time frame is. And then we'll see what happens, and we'll see where the path goes. So I think when things get hard like that, that is truly the difference between, the ultimate success and failure. And people do give up, unfortunately, and I wish they didn't, because those are the stories where you never know what that person could have contributed and stuff like that. So you've got to fight, in my opinion. It sucks. It's definitely hard. It's hard when you see it happen to other people, but like I said, it's something that was instilled in me early on. Apparently, I'm realizing now as an adult from my folks, because I see it. I mean, I know my mom and dad are scared with the diagnosis of my mom, but I also know that quitting is not something that's even on their radar. They're going to fight and handle it. So that's the advice I can give everybody, because it's done well for me. I mean, you guys know there's been some situations that are pretty bleak, and you just don't give up. And I think that's really the only way to win.
Mover, what do you think, man?
It's a tough act to follow. Usually I'm first on these. Well, you both bring up great points. First off, Wombat, sorry to hear about what you and your family's going through. Your mom, she's obviously a very strong woman and has raised you well, and is now demonstrating that through her fight. And we just hope for the best for her. And Bob, I've seen the email. I'll call you Bob, but dude, what you're going through is tough. I've been fortunate to have my health in my life. I mean, a lot of people, they get to 42 and they are not so lucky. They don't have, they get in a car wreck or they have cancer or something happens. When I turned 30, like the first real major injury happened, I tore my CCL, and that's how I missed out the opportunity to go to the boat, because I was going to go to 106. And 2 years later, is when I was diagnosed with the kidney disease stuff. And I remember, the first one, the injury is like, okay, well, I'm gimpy. That sucks. But the second one is when it really hits home, because you realize you're not invincible anymore. And for me, during that time, the unknown was the scariest part, because, one of the risk factors for this is an aneurysm. And as soon as I heard that word, I was scared, because that's how my mom died. My mom died 2 days after Christmas at work of an aneurysm. And I was, it's one thing when it's something like you hurt yourself, you did something, you've got to recover. But when it's your body that is out of your control, that didn't matter how healthy you were or whatever, the idea that it could betray you, that's a different mental reckoning than just healing from an injury. And thankfully, the MRA was clean. I just did another one recently, but I remember that conversation in the doctor's office, like, look, we're not worried about flying right now. We're worried about survival. If it comes back, we're going to have to talk about, you're never going to fly again. We're going to have to talk about, fixing it. And in that moment, your mortality comes to question. You're like, holy crap, I'm not 10 foot tall and bulletproof anymore. I'm not the fighter pilot that I thought I was. I'm a patient in a hospital gown right now. Through that, when you go through stuff like that, it's tough because the world wants to see you as a victim and a baby, and they want to coddle you. And sometimes that's the last thing you want. Sometimes you want that, what Wombat talked about, that one foot in front of the other, that I'm going to get through this and climb this mountain and move on to the next thing. And on the other side, I'll be stronger for it. And sometimes your strength comes from your friends. It comes from the support network you have. And sometimes it just comes from within. It comes from, that place deep inside where it's like, this is out of my control. It doesn't matter what the result is. The only thing I can control is how I act and how I react and how I think about things. And if my mentality is to give up, then it's over. A lot of people, when they retire or they get older, they stop moving. And when you stop moving is when you start dying. And that's when the bad things start to happen. So if I were to give anybody any advice on something like that, it's one, piece it as small as you can stomach it. Take that small step. Take, like Wombat talked about, draw that line and crawl to it if you have to. But break it down as small as it is manageable for you and get across that line. But go to your support network and lean on them and help them help you. Doug?
You guys hit a lot of the points that I would have brought up, that, small steps are still steps. Just don't quit. I've spent a lot of time lately being inspired by other people around me. When I feel like I'm struggling, I look at some of the people I know well and just kind of respect their struggle and say, hey, if they can do it, I can do it. And Kate in the chat pointed out something that I think we should mention too, which is, if you're not the one struggling, make sure you check in with the people who are. That it's really easy to kind of let go of somebody because, oh, well, they're a downer, and that's when they need you the most. So check in with your friends if you're struggling, and check in with your friends if they're struggling. And it's always worthwhile to reach out to your faith leaders if you have them.
What church are you ordained through?
It's not serious enough to be part of this topic.
Damn it. Sometimes levity. Sometimes
the church of the dude.
Yeah. At our last episode of Everything Else with Mover, it was determined that if Mover ever finds a Mrs. Mover, Doug will officiate.
Nice.
He's ordained. We didn't know that.
I'll have to file the form, but yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, I can tell everybody that my mom appreciates all of the kind words in the chat.
Well, Crazy Pete says, we love you, Wombat. You Crazy Pete.
Need to make some Wombat Strong t-shirts or something.
There you go. There you go. Irene. Thank you, Irene. Appreciate your support. John, JD, as always. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. Mahatma Gandhi, or who said this? Gandhi?
Clearly.
Not Mike Tyson, dude.
No.
We will all lose our physical capability to do a lot of what we enjoyed in our youth, but we need to find a new passion. Except Gonky. His wife won't let him.
It's expensive.
It's video game. She'll divorce him. There's Irene. In my head, I think I can still fight fires and run ambulance calls, but my hips and knees say no. It's all I've known as adult messes with my head. Yeah. Sorry to hear that. Don't run. Walk.
Just walk.
They'll
Yeah,
still be there.
all.
Cougar, and thank you for your
Thank you.
support. D. Lily says, that's a pretty horse.
Mhm.
Had a spinal cord injury 19 years ago and have gone through 5 neck
Oh.
surgeries, constant nerve pain. Every single day is a challenge to stay positive. To anyone out there going through something, just keep moving every day.
Wow.
Yeah. It's when you stop moving that the bad things happen. We love you, Wombat.
She's cool. She's going to be okay.
That's cool.
I know it.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, with a 3-year-old who yells at me constantly to stop talking.
Perfect. Perfect.
I might need more of the prayers, but
Alex says, Wombat, my mom makes shirts. She said she will make me them.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Alec, that's
There you
awesome.
Derzeros says, I can't wait until air incidents calm down so we can go back to making fun of Southwest for taxi speeds and Delta for reporting large like that. Yeah,
The good old days, right?
I miss miss the roasting of the people.
Yeah.
Tired of being serious.
Yeah. Didn't get into aviation to be serious. That's for sure.
Yeah, we didn't start the Mover and Gonky show just to
No,
be
we
serious. And
thought we'd be roasting Wizzos and,
yeah,
all
Army seat, you're
countries
the
and all
last
kinds
player.
of stuff.
Yeah, like what? What the hell?
Oh man, it's funny.
All right, that's a show.
So-
Goodbye.
So what's
Oh.
what's on the horizon? What are you guys up to? What's happening? Anything?
Tomorrow, I am filming I think I'm filming it. I haven't heard anything, but we're filming a Christmas video for the sheriff's office.
Oh, you gonna do the lights again?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. There's no magic in that. It's all editing.
Oh,
It just touches how the bologna's made.
hmm,
It's all Mover.
nice.
Another man, it's another day
Hours of
surviving.
drudgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got to put a
Um,
bed cover on a Raptor R. So there you go.
Nice.
And then go do burnouts.
We'll send pictures.
Video.
Once it's out of its break-in, then I can go. Right now, it's still governed by the man. So,
Yeah, that's true.
Need the restrictor plate off, old red dragon, blue dragon, whatever.
I'd like to remind people that this ain't the news or nothing.
No,
Yeah.
We are not reverent.
No. We're
Dude.
mostly true
I
part.
bet my email is full of people that are telling me things I said wrong already, which is so rewarding.
It's money. It's funny that you actually get emails from being
It's
on the
not
show.
money. I get no money for being here. Zero money. If
Why do you? Why
anybody
do
is-
people
why do I
email?
come? I don't know.
Oh,
I just come.
therapeutic
Hold on
and book sales. Let's be honest.
You're in a
Come on,
much
dude.
better mood than you were.
It's free therapy and book sales. That's really
Yeah.
all there is.
There's-
We're offering you a service.
Right.
Book sales is what you meant to say.
Well,
Like, there
Go
might
buy.
be one
Hold
book.
on. www.trmatson.com.org.gov. Are you still offering the thing where you sign the book and then put it in a leather-bound book? Smells of rich mahogany.
Yes.
Does Merlin Olsen hang out in your hot tub?
Yes.
Nobody's gonna get that reference.
No,
It's
they're not.
terrible.
Oh man.
Make a bed cover video.
No. Why? Like that's the thing.
Did you get one of the ones with the remote with the retracting things?
No. Nope.
Okay. Is it locking?
Mhm.
Is it a camper top like Papa?
No.
Hey now.
It's not. It's the same.
You put your canoe
It's-
on top, dude.
It's the same bed cover I've had on all my trucks for a long time. I just bought a new one. So
Are
I
you
need
gonna
to
go
take the
Baja
car out.
racing?
I would like to. I'm going to do the course. And if you want to come do the course with me as an add-on, you can.
When is that?
It's when we sign up for it.
Oh, okay.
There's
Wow.
unlike the Shelby courses, the Raptor course, you can do an add-on if
Will
you want.
Cletus be there?
I don't know.
Can you ask him?
As soon as he hollers at me, I'll ask him. So, I don't think Cletus needs to go to the Raptor course. His life is a Raptor course.
He is the Raptor course.
Yes. So the Raptor course calls him and is like, "Hey, what do you think about
How's your
this?"
new book coming along?
It's not, dude. Have you not
Okay,
heard
perfect.
all the stuff that is going on? I haven't done any writing. So, dude, I mean, we lost the dog too. I mean, dude, it's been a few minutes.
That's when you should write the most.
I know you'd think I'd be in like a super dark place, but
Like
because we're getting a new dog.
chop so many people up in the E2.
I know. Don't give it.
I didn't give it.
See,
You
now-
gave it away. See,
No,
I just
it's-
put it out as a suggestion, like an original idea, and you reacted.
I
You
was
do
a little
terrible
bit shocked that you actually read the book. To be honest,
I've read all the books, like the Flight Attendant
Listen
Girl
to
that's
them?
from Australia. No, I didn't listen to them. I have physical copies that I've read by the pool.
By the pool. Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good. I'll get back to writing. So, but I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. You guys are awesome.
Co-host, you got anything to say?
Co-host.
I'm just happy to be here on the Boomer Gonky show.
Doug?
I'm out.
Everybody
done.
have a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy
Happy
Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving.
everybody.
Be
Bye.
thankful for things.
Happy Thanksgiving.